let us begin. Everyone picked out their item from the armory. You got a...
We got a +2 bow, baby.
bow. One-Eyed Lawrence, the big-bellied, loud, boisterous general, he tells you that his name is Glory Seeker, and it once belonged to a famous prince.
Okay. Glory Seeker.
It is very finely made. It's elven made. And its color is green. If you have a specific design of what it looks like, you're welcome to it. Otherwise, I'll send you a picture at some point.
Yeah, send me a pic. That's fine.
What did you pick?
I picked out the Cly Lyre.
The Cly Lyre. What does it do quickly?
Allows me to cast one of 2, 4, 6, 7 spells once a day.
Holy shit.
Not bad.
2 of them being a 4th level spell, which I can't even cast yet. So that's awesome.
Very powerful. I feel like I've kind of stifled the magic items in this campaign just because you guys have been go, 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 go.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to give you a chance to get something worth it. Merritt.
Well, I wanted to talk to someone who's in the room with us. Is there anything that could bring someone back from the dead here?
Like a resurrection type item? There's some elixirs. They do the same amount of magic that a priest could do, of low power. If you gave it to them within the last minute, then it could bring them back.
I would need longer than that. Do you have anything that could go back in time?
No, So Lawrence One Eye's with you. He's like, well, you know, time is fickle bitch. We don't want to mess with time. We don't have anything that could affect or alter that. If we did, it would be very, very powerful indeed. And it could possibly break the planes that... Do you know anything about the planes?
A bit.
Using temporal manipulation can sometimes alter the way the planes are aligned, almost shift them out of order. It's something you really don't want to be messing with.
Very well. And I reach over and I put my hand on kind of this little half circlet, half helm thing. I put that on. And then I'll take this. And it is a helm of teleportation.
Oh, sweet. So you grab this helm. What does it look like?
I figure it's almost just like a full-headed crown. So it has like an iron or metallic band that comes around, but it also comes down in the back. So it's not really armor in the sense that it wouldn't protect my head from much, but it's definitely a headpiece. And luckily it's more of a framework rather than a solid thing, so it does magically or miraculously fit over my horns.
Okay. You dust it off. It's got a gray metal color to it. And it has 1 charge in it right now. It starts with a charge. Because it has 1d3, correct?
Mm-hmm. I dusted it off.
You did dust it off.
It charges, it gains 1d3 every day. Okay.
Possibly. I think you're going to have to attune it for one.
Mm-hmm.
And once it's attuned, it's going to start regaining its charges.
Yep.
Very wise choice. Do you plan to travel anywhere?
Yes, I believe we have plenty of things to accomplish and plenty of places to go.
Are you going to be leaving the city soon? The king did want to speak with everyone. Again. Not tonight, but he'll probably make some decisions very shortly.
Well, I imagine we all need a fair bit of rest. regardless of whatever else is going to happen. Not to impose on the king, but if we could get
Believe me, I've talked to the king already, and there is no imposition in your guys staying here.
Great. Then we'd like to talk to him tomorrow morning after breakfast, and then we're going to leave.
He is a king. I can ask him, but we don't tell him what to do.
Well, that's what I just asked about, and you said there was no imposition.
On you staying here.
All right, well, maybe you can ask and say that's what we're hoping for.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
He gives you a smile. You staying here tonight?
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Okay. Well, I do know where to find you. Feel free to roam about the castle or the city at your leisure.
Thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome. Anyone else want to do anything? You're still in the armory.
No, I'm good, dude. For right now, I am. Just see Merritt's anxiousness.
All right.
That's it.
So we'll do a bit of time warp to tonight. Unless anyone wants to do anything before then. Anywhere anyone wants to go? Want to purchase items?
We're broke as a joke, brother.
Need to... I don't remember what I needed to do. I needed to do something. I'll see if I can think of it.
You're a little flustered.
Started tuning.
Well, I mean, that would come with a short rest.
Mm.
So that would happen, I'm assuming, in our time lapse at least.
You would assume correctly.
Unless I have to fight. There's got to be some sort of a Temple of Palor here.
There's definitely a Temple of Palor. So you find a temple. It's within the Nobles District. There's a few temples around this area, the biggest being that of Cord. There is a small temple of Palor, as well as a small temple of Maestra. And when I say small, it looks like a small southern chapel in its size.
Okay.
One big room, maybe 50 by 30. And you walk in, and the room is very open, and the ceilings are vaulted. There's no attic. There's benches that all face towards the front, and there's a few people in here, more than you would have thought. 30 or 40 people total. And a lot of them seem to be praying. It's very quiet. There is a small statue of Palor up at the front, and a priest that is just walking down the aisle, talking to different people. He sees you walk in and motions you in, lets you take an empty seat. The priest is a bronze dragonborn. He's wearing white robes. Most of the things in this temple are very simple. Nothing looks extravagant or expensive. A little different from your home from Oakdale, where it's a giant stained glass mural of Palor.
Yeah, this is like the community college version.
Sure.
So I'll walk in, and instead of taking the seat, I'll just walk up to the priest and give the symbol or whatever it is that we do with our hands.
Well, you might just shake your hand.
Yeah.
He gives you the shake with his hand over your hand. Light's blessing on you.
Also with you. I'm there at Everlight, in the Citadel of the Sun in Oakdale.
Merit Everlight, it's an honor to have you here. I've heard of your mother.
Many have. She's an excellent woman. And you are?
What brings you to my temple? To Halor's temple.
Yeah. It's the fact that I've never been in these walls does not change the fact that this is still home. We've been adventuring for quite some time now. I'm on my quest, hopefully to ascend to clerichood. So that's not going quite as planned. I suppose these things never do.
Correct.
I did not catch your name, sir.
My name is Malcadrus.
Malcadress.
Eltress.
Have you lived here long?
In Riverstorm? I've been here for a few years now. Did not come from here. I came from the east, as many of us did.
Understandable.
During the wars, there were many that fled from the atrocities that are happening. Many, many refugees have come to Riverstorm, and I just happen to have a skill set that is much needed in these desperate times.
Indeed.
He waves a censer, and you see a little incense smoke billowing out.
Do you have much help here? Or are you by yourself?
Oh, I have plenty of help. A lot of people come through here looking for hope, looking for guidance, and what little we do have, we try to filter back into the community.
I would like to just sit here for a while, if you would. But, please accept this gift if I can, and I will take a patch off. So this turns into a pouch of 100 gold, and hand it to him.
We thank you very kindly, young Merit. We will use this for the community.
I trust you with it.
Feel free to sit for as long as you need. He motions towards a bench that has a couple people in it. It could fit up to 10 in its length.
Mm-hmm. And I sit there quietly, probably occasionally praying.
Until it's time?
Until it's time.
So, while he goes and sits down, I go to the priest. I go, priest.
So you kind of followed him up here?
Oh, yeah.
Both of them are here with us.
We're all in the...
Gotcha.
So, after Mary goes sit
I'm
down...
sorry, I didn't get your name.
My name's Garavon.
Light's blessing to you, Garavon.
Yeah, you too. Sorry, I'm a little new to Paylor. I just have a question. Do you think it'd be possible for Gloriosa Everlight to send me visions?
And how so? What kind of visions?
Well, without getting into too much detail, I believe she's been sending me visions. One guided me to her, and another one was her telling me to protect Merit.
Visions can come in many forms and many ways. Usually visions aren't sent by mere mortals, people. Usually visions are from deities, the up above. It's possible that these visions, without knowing what they truly are, could be a manifestation of your own mind, or they could be a vision sent from above. If it sent you to Gloriosa, it could have been her, it could have been Paylor. It could have even been other gods. We here don't believe that Pelor is the only one affecting the world in good. Pelor is the one we choose to follow.
So I'm just kind of confused of why we choose someone like me.
Unfortunately, it's not always known why we are chosen for the things that they want us to do. Maybe it's something we're capable of. Maybe they know that you're strong enough to bear whatever it is, the task they have given you. Whether it's to protect your friend, or whether it's more than that. They speak in very mysterious ways sometimes.
Just so the same, Merritt's the one that's been protecting me, it seems.
It comes from a very good line.
Well, thanks for your time.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Without knowing what the visions truly were.
No, not right now.
May I suggest that maybe you speak to Gloriosa about it? Did you ask her if she was the one that brought you to her?
No.
That might be very important to know. I would start there. And if she is the one that's directly connected to you, whether it's her or just the visions, she might be able to interpret them.
Well, thanks for your time. I'm gonna go sit with my friends now.
Got it.
And I just go over there and I just mimic what Merritt's doing.
You do an okay job at it.
All right.
Did you want to do anything, Artegan?
I'll probably just sit down on the bench and pull out the Book of Pelor and thumb through it again.
Okay. So you guys sit there until it's time. As you guys leave and you're headed back towards the castle through the Nobles District, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ooh, yeah. Oh. First natural 20 of the night.
12.
19.
12.
Natural 20.
19.
All right. Good job, guys. You all succeed. You see a woman that's walking through the courtyard. Her hood is pulled over her head and her blonde hair is slightly spilling out the sides of the hood. It's a darker cloak, but it has that pulled back drawstring by an invisible force and a bow on a field of green. That same symbol you've seen once before, and you saw it on the road to Riverstorm. The huntsman symbol. The woman seems like she's walking with purpose, but she doesn't see your group.
Look there. Looks like our friends the huntsmen are here too.
Wasn't one of the guys who approached the king, wasn't he the one that was one of the deserters and he started the huntsman?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like he was affiliated with them anymore. Or was he? I might have misinterpreted that.
From the way it sounded, it doesn't sound like he is
That he is with them?
anymore.
Yeah.
You, with a natural 20, would know it's the same woman that you had seen with it was Thark Greymane.
Oh, his sister.
Yep. I'm going to approach her.
Okay. So it's a little dark out. The sun has set already. And you go to approach, your feet shuffling on the cobblestone through the snow.
Click, 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 click.
Your hoofs clicking on the cobblestone through the snow. And as you get close, she doesn't notice you until you're within 10 feet. And she stops when she does notice you, turns around, you can see her face now, past the hood. And it is that same person.
Did we get her name?
You did not.
Okay. I won't bother trying to look for it.
She looks past you. Did everyone else go with Merritt, or did he run off by himself?
Oh no, well,
If he approached, I'll approach him.
I'm side by side with Merritt.
She looks past you, at you, Artegan, and doesn't say anything. She pulls her hood back and reveals her face. Again, a shock to the system of how similar she looks to Oana. And her hair falls past her shoulders. It seems a little wet from the snow.
I've heard it said that if something random happens once, it will never happen again. But if it happens a second time, it is sure to happen a third. So I assume that we will meet one more time at least. I suppose it would be proper now if we exchanged names.
I'm sorry? I've come here looking for you. And she looks at Artegan. This is not a chance happening.
I believe... Well, it doesn't matter what I believe. My name is Merritt. This is Artegan, Garavar. You never caught your name last time we met you.
I did get your names. I am Karina Esther, as you probably already know.
I do not.
She motions toward Artegan. I think he actually did mention at least at one point who she reminded him of.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever talk about that?
I thought so.
A little bit. Did.
Now, you didn't know who
100%
she
sure.
was, but you did talk about the lady and who she reminded you of.
Okay.
And so I recognize her?
Yeah, it's that same woman
Right,
that you
okay.
met on the road.
Okay, so I'm just gonna butt in and I say, well, what do you want with Artegan?
I've come to talk. Is there somewhere we can go that's much warmer?
Wait, is this gonna be a peaceful talk right now? Because last time we saw you, it wasn't the most friendly encounter.
Whether you're friends here or not, there's business that I need to attend to personally.
Well, then I think we can do it right here in public.
If you'd like to go to a bar, I think we could probably manage that. It's still public enough where no one feels threatened.
I feel like there may have been a misunderstanding. Your friend, Delaron Cooper, is a murderer.
No. We're all murderers here. So,
Do you believe that?
absolutely.
You have killed innocent people.
I don't think you need to kill innocent people to be considered a murderer.
It depends on your definition, I would suppose.
Well then, by my definition, we're all murderers here.
I am not a murderer.
And what would you call yourself?
A wanderer.
Well, let's wander our way into a bar.
My business is with Artegan. Do you want your friends with you?
No, guys, don't worry about it. I can handle this one.
Yeah, the mere fact that he hesitated makes me think that would be the awkward third and fourth wheel on this bicycle.
Oh, I'm really misinterpreting this then.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I did too. Yeah. So, yeah, I take a quick peek for any companions that she might have that he needs a wingman for, and then walk through and push you off out of the direction.
We're going this way.
Yeah, look at the thing. We're gonna help me with it.
Oh, sure, Merritt. Art, just a quick tip. I think she likes it rough.
Oh my god.
What happened to the tone here?
It probably is best that we talk alone.
Yeah, after that little...
She gives you a squinted-eyed look.
I take it, and I'll walk with Merritt away.
Please.
I'll lead the way to the closest bar.
You find a nice, cozy bar in the Nobles District. There is a center fireside, a center stone fireplace where a lot of people sit on the stone itself near the fire as a bench. She sits down and the fire is illuminating the walls around and the people, and they walk by and serve drinks. You don't have to go up and get them yourself. It does cost a gold each.
Okay. I'll pay for hers as well.
Every
She's drinking.
60 seconds or so at the beginning, and then spaced further and further out, I'm going to cast Message to Artegan. Just to say, like, let us know if you need help. Let us know if it goes bad. Let us know if you... That way
Give
he can
him that
always
emergency
reply.
phone
Yeah.
call.
It's just a whisper, so he can just ignore it, or he can reply with, "Oh shit, she pulled a knife."
I'm sorry, I gotta go. Someone's calling me.
Yeah. He's blah, 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 blah. Stop it, Merritt. Blah, 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 blah.
She sits down with you. For a good 15 seconds, she's silent,
Okay.
drinking.
So, I have questions. I'm sure you have questions. Would you like to alternate?
By all means, go ahead.
I noticed you share the same last name. Somebody I knew. I was wondering what your relation to Awana is.
Luana is my sister. How did you know Awana?
She came to my village. Met her in the inn.
What village?
That's actually the thing I was looking for that I thought I wrote down.
Ryalden.
Arlen.
I'm from Meadowbrook, right? Right.
Everyone want a real quick recap of where they're from?
We don't know where you're from.
We don't even know who you are.
Oh no, that's me. No, that's Delaran. That's what I'm talking about. I still feel like I equals Delaran.
You're messed up in the head.
I am. I'm getting a little bit weird. Yeah, it's getting weird.
Back to Artegan. How long have you known her?
Should just sleep on my thing.
Don't want to say it wrong.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
See, what is it measured? Like months in this? Okay. I'll say about 3 months.
You've known her for only 3 months.
Mm-hmm. And at that time, it was enough for us to get engaged.
Early. Engaged.
Mm-hmm.
To be married
Yes.
in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
That surprises me. She had not been engaged her entire life. She had many prospects. Did she ever talk about me? About her family? About where she came from?
She mentioned she's She ran away from a she was a refugee from a town that was destroyed by Hag. That's all she mentioned. She seemed somewhat heartbroken when I asked, so I didn't want to pry too deeply.
And you said you'd do anything to get her back. Is she still alive?
I heard from the people in my town while I was out that Mad Magnus came through, killed her, brought her back as a undead, took her with him.
She looks away. You see a tear roll down her cheek. I was afraid of that. I felt her leave. Thought you'd given me a little hope. Your words haunted me the last time I talked to you. Just a little bit of hope that she was still alive. And she actually lets out a little sob.
Mm-hmm.
Well, doesn't sound like you know much about her or us or where she came from. Do you want to know?
It would be good to know, but I don't need to know that. I need to know that I need to get her back.
And you said you would do anything.
Yes.
I don't know if there's any hope to get her back if she has passed on, but I do want to know more about why she would be targeted, why I would be targeted. I'm from Greenhaven, I've told you this. Or at least we had talked about it the last time I met you all. I want to go back to the city, and I want to search for any clues about why Mad Magnus would be after her, or me, or my mother. I remember the day he attacked our city as if it's yesterday. Many of the men were out at sea. They were keeping the water safe from orcs and raiders. We thought we would be safe from Magnus's reign of terror. The leader had assured us our defenses would hold any assault that he could throw our way. And we had a very large naval force with some of the finest sailors, many of whom happened to be 100 miles away that day. He attacked in the middle of the day. It was during one of the coldest days during Glim, when the snows had shrouded the countryside like a bride's veil. We weren't prepared for what was to come. First, Magnus sent in his shock troops. Do you know much about Greenhaven?
I do not.
We were on the east side of the wall. Just on the east. We thought we would be safe. He hadn't assaulted us, and he had left us alone. That was a mistake. He sent in his Dragonborn force, and it's something I had never seen in my life. There were thousands of them. I was in the palace at the top floor of the tower. The Dragonborn stopped short of any danger to themselves or to the wall, and Magnus rode up by himself. It's the first time I've ever seen him from my tower view. My mother and my sister, we watched as it happened. His two generals walked up behind him. He called them his shield and and his sword. Rathus Crinth was his shield. He never left his side, always there to protect him. Maella Petra was Magnus's sword. She was a terrible sight to behold. They strode toward the city. Archers darkened the skies with arrows, headed their way. None, not a single one, would hit their mark. A shroud of protection encompassed the three of them. That would be the shield's doing. Magnus never asked for terms, he never uttered a word, not a single word to us. The only thing he did was raise his fist in the air. That's when the reign of terror ensued. Maella the Firestorm, she unleashed a fury of magic and death upon the wall, and 100 feet past, unlike anything I've ever seen before. Fire fell from the heavens. She destroyed buildings completely. Within a matter of minutes, the walls were breached. Once that happened, the enchantments that we had on the walls, the protections of the city, were crushed. Once the wall fell, within a second, he was there on our windowsill, looking in. The Dragonborn forces, they rushed into the city and put everyone to the stake, put everyone to the sword. They spewed every element of death onto our allies. Fire, acid, lightning, cold. They didn't even get their weapons out of the scabbard before it happened. It was so quick. We were watching this chaos, and our mother, Gabriella, she cast a ritual. I knew what she was doing before she even started. I begged her not to, but I knew. And at that moment, I vanished from sight. I can only assume she did the same for Oana. I did see her whisper something to Oana before I vanished. I don't know what. I don't know why. She also gave me this, and she pulls out a small staff from her robe. Before she sent me away, she gave me this. I don't know why or what it's for or what it is.
May I see it?
I've had it identified. I've had it looked at. And it isn't anything special except that it's magical.
I understand you've had it appraised before, I want to do it myself as well. I'll use identify.
Okay. So you identify it as a +1 staff. Magical.
Okay.
I'd been transported to the other continent. I ended up in a pretty large city called Theos. From there, it took a while to make enough money to get a ship back here. I was on a journey to go back, find out what happened. I wasn't sure if she was even alive, and I got sidetracked in many other adventures or escapades. I had somewhat forgotten about my past or what had happened or my goals until I saw you. It sparked something in me. I never made it to Greenhaven yet. I didn't really want to go there anyways because the last I had heard, it still has remnants of the enemies that are living within the cities, and the husks of the buildings that still stand.
I'm sure they'll make it a strategic outpost. It's probably the point of capturing it.
Would you go with me?
To Greenhaven? I feel like your mother sent you away for a reason. I would not ask of you to return there.
I have to know what happened. I have to know.
You can ask Oana when I return with her.
I'm going to know. Will you come with me?
If I don't, will you go along?
I will. I'll give you the night to think about it.
I don't need the night to think about it. Would you be interested in coming with us? Our adventuring party? May not be direct, but with the number of people, it's a lot safer.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Why not?
For one, I'm asking only you to go. Not your friends. Or Delaron.
Delaron died. He sacrificed himself so that we could be released.
Well, I won't give my opinion on that. I'll be leaving in the morning. I'll be here.
I'm spending the night here. I'll talk with the people I travel with, and worst case scenario, I will be here to see you off.
Well, Artegan, there's a lot more that I'd like to ask. Things that you might know about Oana. If you'd like to hang out for a little longer.
Sure, I'd like that.
So she sits with you for a while. There's no important information that's exchanged, but there's pleasant conversation. She tells you stories about Greenhaven and her growing up. Seems like she grew up well-to-do. They were affluent and had enough money. She tells you about her mother, who was a seer for the magistrate there. Tells you a little about Greenhaven and some of the games they play, some of their sayings, like the grass is always greener on the Greenhaven side, which she smirks at, but then gets a little sad as she thinks about it for the next hour. Eventually, she scooches up to you and gives you a little hug, a side hug. Well, Artegan, I must turn in for the night. I'll see you in the morning.
Yes. Have a good night.
While this is going on, you guys head back to the castle, I assume.
Sure.
your message to Artegan happened a couple times until he told you to get lost.
Once I reach 120 feet, I just stop it. Well, no, I probably keep casting it because I'm an idiot with that kind of thing.
He seems to be fine, what you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
You get back to the castle and you meet a man there that you've seen once before. He is a general that you hadn't met by name, but you've seen walking away with the king. Completely bald, has this giant scar cut across his entire neck. And he's walking out with a purpose to meet you. He looks directly at you guys as you are walking in.
Do like a quick glance.
Merritt and Garival, I presume.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
That's us.
I've been sent to find you. The king would like to speak with you. Where is your companion?
At a bar.
Yeah. Should we retrieve him?
The king will not wait.
Very well. We will relay whatever information the king has for us.
Please, come with me.
Aye, sir.
He is in his full gray plated armor with a red cloak flung across his back, and on the red cloak there's blues and whites and the symbol, the griffin symbol of Riverstorm. He does not give his name. He has a long, sharp nose and beady eyes with a protruding brow and black eyebrows. When he walks, his plate armor sets down hard. Ching, ching, ching. And he walks you into the castle, through some rooms, into the chambers upstairs that you can only assume are the king's. When you walk in, it's the king's personal chambers. Very large bedroom suite with all the luxuries and amenities of a penthouse hotel, minus the technology. Everything you can think of is in there. Dressers and cabinets and veneers and tapestries and area rugs, and the king is there sitting on his bed, and there's a few chairs around his bed. He's sitting up there with one leg crossed over the other, talking to a gray-skinned drow. Someone that you've never met.
You approach, and they stay silent until he makes eye contact.
As you enter the room, he makes eye contact.
Majesty, how may we be of assistance?
The general walks in with you all, and you're sitting there. The king has been talking to you. You have been freshly bathed, but not very long out of where you've been.
So I just got back.
Correct. The king motions you all to sit. Please, Bernard, stay with me as well. He looks at the general. Yes, Your Majesty. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I'm sorry, but this could not wait. Something has happened, and I haven't made any decisions. I know I've told you I'll give you some answers. That's not why I've brought you here today. I have some news. Please, tell them what you've told me.
You must be Merritt Everlight.
Indeed.
And are you Garabon or Artegan?
Oh, I'm Garabon.
I bring you news of Delrin Cooper. My name is Jordan Dusk. I'm the King's Shadowblade. It's very nice to meet you.
Can we be of assistance?
Well, Delaran helped me escape so that I could tell you that he's not dead.
That is a very Delaran Cooper thing to do. Simultaneously saving your life and placing a profound burden upon us.
He told me that it would be up to you to decide whatever you want to do with this information, that he wouldn't hold it against you.
Yeah, fuck him.
Is that in game? Is that in game? Is that
sounded
in game?
very in-game.
So
Yeah.
Jordan looks kind of confused. He's like,
Yeah.
pardon me, I thought you were...
No,
with
we're
companions."
obviously going to help him.
Wait, Jordan.
He,
Merritt.
yeah.
This is
obvi-
great news.
Yeah, this is great news, and obviously we're going to help him. But yeah, that weird self-depreciating bullshit where he doesn't really need us to save him, or
Oh, I assure
it's
you,
up to us.
if he's going to be saved, he needs help doing it. He couldn't escape with me. He was too handicapped by his injuries. We'd both been sold to Trollguff by the Queen of the Riverdark, and, well, Trollguff doesn't kill his captives.
I have flashbacks to the slitting Nara's throat.
She wasn't a captive, she was a slave. His prisoners he finds far more creative uses for.
There was an altar by our prison.
Oh, the one for the Spider Queen. Well, yeah. Yes, that belongs to the Queen of the Riverdark, not to Trollguff. Trollguff, his altars are far more primitive and used for blood magic mostly.
So,
Where is he being kept?
Well, in Grakhandala, of course. In the dungeon beneath the castle.
Is that the dungeon we were in?
You guys were in the Riverdark. I was there with you, but you didn't see me at the time. When the exchange happened with Delaran, I also was exchanged to Trollguff for payment.
how difficult is this going to be, and how much time will this take?
What?
I can get you in, probably, if the king gives me leave. If that is what he wishes.
I know that you all have come back from the Riverdark, from pain, from your own troubles. And I would not ask you to go back. That has to be your choice. That would be a great burden to put upon you. And as I've stated before, you are not my citizens. I can't make these decisions. I welcome you to my castle at any time, and you can stay with me for as long as you like.
Merritt, I think we need to go back.
If he is alive, I surely do.
I hate the
What of the goblin?
Does Jordan know what's going on with Heck?
He saw them take him with you guys.
Well, last I know, he was alive too. I don't know if, he's still alive, but if he's in Trollguff's care, it's very possible that he's just being tortured repeatedly instead of being killed.
How much time do we have, you think, before it's too late?
Depends on how strong
We should
of
go
an
now.
individual Delaran is. How long can he hold out against chronic torture?
Well, seems like he's been living it for most of his life now, so...
It's not his body you have to worry about. Trollguff will make sure that he stays healthy enough to survive until the next session. It's his mind.
We need to get Artegan.
Post haste, absolutely.
The king looks down at you guys. . ' if you're going to go back, I do wish you well. And when you come back, I will have an answer. Unless you come back within days. It'll take about a week in planning and preparation, speaking with all my advisors and generals.
Should I accompany them, my lord, or just draw the map?
That is also your decision.
I do owe Cooper my life, so by your leave.
Please bring me more information about this Trollguff. Anyone in his family. Anything you can find out about him. And if you happen to meet him, you have my leave.
Of course, my lord. I have a few things I'd like to collect, and a meal that I would like to eat before I set off again for the Underdark, considering that I got here within the hour. Where would you like to meet me?
We need to collect our other member at the Tavern of the Lost Child.
That sounds what a horrible name for a bar.
Nope.
It's like, oh God.
It's the Lost Orphan. Get it right.
Yeah, right. Even that's still a little sketchy.
I don't know. It was in a different language. It was something like that. What was the actual translation?
The smokehouse.
The smoke.
You do not know your Dwarven, do you?
Oh God.
No.
Lost child.
No, that's it. In Celestial, it's something about a missing. I don't know.
I'll meet you at the West Gate in slightly over half an hour. Say 40 minutes.
Hero. What was your name again, sir?
Jordan Dusk.
Jordan Dusk. Thank you for bringing us this news.
That was what I agreed to when Delarin let me escape, so I have to tell my bargains. So Jordan walks out, and as he passes the threshold to the king's rooms, he changes appearance, and suddenly, why not?
You can't.
Yes,
Whatever
I can.
you try is suppressed.
Oh, in the whole castle?
In here?
Well, that's what I'm saying when I walk out of the room, when I pass the threshold. No?
No.
Well, then I put my cloak up. I'm like, meh.
You take a faltered step.
Yeah, I'm
and,
like, oh, no,
It's
cloak
like a-
up.
oh yeah, there's a lot of protection
Cloud.
magics around the king and his quarters.
Okay, well, I leave. But I make sure that I don't want everybody to see a drow walking out.
You put your cloak up.
Yep. Get my face down.
General, are you at liberty to join us as well?
In the Underdark,
That's a no.
my job is to aid the king in all of his tasks.
Very well.
I will not be joining you. My job is to outfit you for anything you need down there.
Oh,
Do you have anything that you need prepared?
Rope.
we're
We're gonna need rope.
we certainly use anything that will help transport wounded prisoners. Our friends are probably in very bad shape. Anything that could help Delarin regenerate limbs, any potions that could bring him back, anything that could make us invisible or sneakier or get back out.
Rations. We're
anything
gonna
we
need
could-
rations.
Yeah, we could
Whoa, way to
definitely
freak out,
eat
guys.
some things. We're any protection from Druergar, anything like that. They are everywhere, and so are the spiders. And sometimes you get lost in the caves. And there was hot places where that everything got too hot and all these other guys weren't allowed to wear their
Eventually, you get interrupted by the king.
Someone's lost their shit. Way to freak out there, Bucko.
The king interrupts. Merritt, I know that you have just come from a terrible tragedy. You have seen things that no one else has, and they might have scared you. I know that it might be hard to think about going back. Please, take time. Maybe you shouldn't go right away. Maybe you should rest. Make sure you're prepared. I did send you guys to my armory once. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to just outfit everyone that comes through my halls in everything I own. I wouldn't own anything at that point. I hope that you have found the items that will allow you to save your friend. He will supply you with any mundane equipment that you need. I will talk to my apothecary and see if there are any potions that I can prepare for you as well. Any consumable items.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Merritt, let's find out and get a plan together.
Okay.
Bernard looks at everyone. I can take you to your quarters. I can take you to get outfitted first.
I believe we should have our friend with us before we get outfitted.
Very well. I will let Mr. Dusk know that you'll be slightly delayed.
Thank you. We'll be quick.
So he lets you know where to meet him within the hour.
Yeah, let's bow and back out of the room. Okay.
You both are going to go find Artegan.
Yep. I'm moving at not a gallop, but a solid canter.
All right.
Wish we had coconuts for you, dude.
You know they would just go right here immediately.
Okay.
Oh, no. You get to the smokehouse where last you saw Artegan. He is just sitting there at this point. You do not see the woman he was with.
Artegan. Yeah, hey, you're friend. Oh, so it didn't go well? No. Anyway, so Delaran's alive, and we got to go get him. We have a chance. The king has this weird bodyguard that's going to get us in, and we're going to be able to rescue him. He's not dead. I mean, we're going to have to figure out a way to get his legs back.
Merritt.
But we can get him.
Merritt.
How do you know this?
Settle, man.
There's this drow that the king has that's like a bodyguard that was also imprisoned down there. And Cooper, again, sacrificed probably another limb or something to get this guy free. So I'm guessing Cooper's down to maybe one hand at this point. But he's just springing prisoners left and right. And we got to go down there and get him. So get your things together, man.
I just was informed by that girl that she's the sister of my fiance, and she's planning on going deep into Magnus's territory to find out some answers about their past.
Okay. How'd she get down here?
What?
She came here by herself, so she's pretty
As far as I know.
rugged, a little adventurous.
Yeah, I mean,
Adventurous.
she's been hunting around with the huntsmen, so I'm assuming that she's got some kind of ability to.
There we go. And okay, so do we want to? So we want to help her too?
Yeah, unfortunately, she only wants to go with me. I just don't know if I can let.
Well, I mean, she's the one placing unreasonable restrictions. We're not going to just split. That's the whole point. We don't want it. We don't need to get us split up. We're doing good. We're getting things together. And now we got to go get one of us back. She can come with us.
It's way too much at the moment.
That's okay, Art. Would you just accompany us back and walk with us and talk? Because we do have to get going, as Merritt has pointed out.
Well, I also told her I would see her off at least.
When is she leaving? We're leaving in the morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's perfect.
We have to decide tonight.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a little confused what the decision is. Aren't we gonna go save our friend?
I want to, but I also don't feel like I can leave her, knowing that she's going to go into dangerous territory alone.
Then you have to convince her to wait.
Yeah, have her not going to. Where is she? What? Yeah,
she's in the inn.
Okay, yeah. Maybe do you want to? Let's all go talk to her. We can tell her that we have pretty big deal, pretty important things to handle, and then we can, once we get the gang all back together, we can get her safely to wherever she needs to go.
Merritt, can you give her a message? Is that within your...
She doesn't necessarily think highly of you guys, I think, so I don't know if she's going to respond.
I try. This is Artegan's friend, Merritt. You please come back to the bar?
And you cast message?
Yeah.
The one where you have to see him?
You can go through solid walls and whatnot.
You have to see him.
Or know they're there. You have to, know where they are. So, if I was on the other side of the wall and I was knocking on the wall...
I will read the spell.
Within range 120 feet. Toward a creature.
Okay. If you're familiar with the character, but it won't pass through 1 foot of stone. So you're going to have to at least get to the floor that she's staying on.
Yeah. Let's just go knock on her door. We can talk this out. I'd rather be upfront about it than have some sort of confusion. I want to make sure everyone feels good about it, but we just gotta go.
Merritt, we do only have an hour to get back. We said we'd be back within the hour.
Yeah. I hate to put you on the spot, buddy.
Yeah.
But Cooper is down there being slowly dismembered by an evil troll thing. Troll guff.
I don't even know if we're capable of getting him back at this point, though. You saw how powerless we were down there.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a new friend.
We have our new friend. Maybe we could get together. I can't even think of their name right now. The other folks that came back with us, Cullen and
not even close.
Cullen, the little halfling.
Cullen.
Yeah, and the dwarves. Maybe they'll come with us too. I mean, we have a lot of things to. We have a lot of options. Maybe, if not, maybe one of those guys would keep her company and make sure that she doesn't leave, or keep her company if she goes.
Tell you what, can you guys go and see if you can get more help, and I'll talk to her again and see If I can convince her to...
Well, see, the king is going to outfit us, specifically for going down into the Underdark again. So I guess if you wanted to follow your other more tangible desires, you would still need those extra gear to get you prepared for that trip.
I don't need to prepare anything.
I mean, it's going to give us food and blankets and rope, and see if there's any potions, anything like that. It could be useful. I don't want to be caught unawares.
You guys are in a group of 6. Having the provisions for 7 isn't going to be much different. I would just prepare for me to get the preparations for me to come with as far as materials.
Yeah, because you're coming with us. All right, sweet. That's agreed. Let's,
We'll meet you back at the castle tonight.
Oh, let me talk to her first. I gotta figure some stuff out.
Okay, yeah, after you talk to her, meet us back at the castle. Okay, good. We're agreed. Click.
I look to Art and I go, he's really excited.
I know he is.
I gotta get going, but we'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. And I just pat him on the shoulder and I go, Merritt, wait up!
That's when I first realized you're not with me. What the hell?
And we make our way to the castle, I think.
Mm-hmm. Go get outfitted.
Leaving Artegan at the smokehouse still.
Mm-hmm.
Loves that place.
Yeah, at least you know it's not the lost child.
The lost child.
That's fucking not good.
Artegan, you are now left alone with your thoughts. In the smokehouse, there's some chatter here in the bar, but overall, most people have filtered out at this point.
I'll see if I can go up to the barkeeper.
Yeah, barkeep's still there. He's cleaning off the bar, and see a few people cleaning off the fireplace as well.
Excuse me, apologize, but that girl that I was speaking to earlier, I don't know if you happen to see her.
Oh, yeah, he gives you a wink.
Yeah, don't do that again. Does she have a room here? Something came up. I need to talk to her before I leave.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
That's messed up.
She's on the second floor, the furthest room on the left.
Don't give anybody else your room number, please. Thank you. I'll walk away.
He smiles and he's got these black teeth and he's like, no problem.
I'm so bad. I'll go up and knock on her door.
You go up to her door and it's a large wooden door and the doorways are arched at the top. And when you knock, it's like, it's very loud and it echoes throughout the hallway and throughout the room. And she opens the door. Give me an intelligence save.
Intelligence.
Oh.
That's a 13.
13. When she opens the door, she's wearing a very silky smooth, fine, elegant gown.
Dude, don't Jerry Springer it.
You're not there. Wait, where's my... Here we go.
Yeah, fuck
You're
it.
not there.
Go ahead. I'll take another one. That was...
Take two.
That was out of line.
Out of line.
You're right.
Her hair falls past her shoulders. There's a very soft look on her face. And again, you're taken aback at just how close she looks to Oana. But you've seen Oana like this before, and at those times in your life, it was the happiest you've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And your heart actually skips a beat when you see her. But you do remain calm, and your composure doesn't significantly change, and you don't do the double take.
Oh, that's what the intelligence save was?
That's what the intelligence save is. You
Okay.
don't double take.
Okay.
And she opens the door and looks at you, and she smiles.
I apologize for intruding. I found out some information just now.
What's going on, Artegan?
Delaware Cooper, I found out, is still alive. I watched both of his legs be cut off. I didn't think anyone could survive that. But it's partially my fault that happened to him. I feel obligated to go back and help. My original party is actually going down there to try to retrieve him.
And you've made your decision.
To be completely honest, I haven't. I don't feel like I could face Oana again after I get her back, knowing that I watched her sister go into a dangerous situation when I could have helped.
Artegan, have you ever thought that there might not be a happy ending? I'm going to be very frank with you. There's a possibility that you don't get what you want. If Oana has passed on, you know as well as I that not everyone comes back into this world. I've made myself clear with Delaron. And although I told you I won't give you my opinion on him, I'm going to now. I will not travel with him. Ever. I don't care the sacrifices he has made for others. One right does not wash away the sins that he has committed.
Would you wait for me to come back from the Underdark if I went to go get him?
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
$15.
How long will you be gone?
I can't give you a definite answer for that.
How long will it take you to get there?
Do I have an estimate about if there were no issues?
6-7 days each way?
It'll be 6-7 days there, 6-7 days back if there's no issues. As you mentioned, it might not go my way, we might not return.
And how long should I wait for you then?
How long would you be willing to wait?
I will be leaving in the morning. Artegan, I wish you farewell. I understand that you feel conflicted. I can see it in your face. And whatever allegiances you hold, this man, I do not. And that's fine. We don't see everything the same as each other. I barely know you. You barely know me. It's okay. I'll be okay. I've made it this far. She smiles. And that smile is a remnant of Oana. A memory of the past. Oana was not like me. She was the youngest, the baby. And she did not learn to fend for herself like I did.
When you mentioned you were going alone, Are you going with people from the huntsman group that you were with?
They've given me my leave from the huntsman. I did tell Thark that I will return to him when this is all done. But I will be going. It's okay. Go to your friend, Artegan. She starts to slowly close the door, not to push you out, but to make a gesture of finality.
Before she closes the door, I will pass her a journal.
Is it the journal you kept from Owana?
Yep.
Okay.
And on the front cover it says, Diary of Us.
So she doesn't close the door on you. She takes the journal. What is this?
It was a diary that she kept. I still have not made up my mind what to do, but if I do go and you do leave without me, I don't want this to be stuck in the Underdark.
Have you read it?
I read it nearly every night before I go to bed.
Is there anything odd about it?
Oh, a secret message.
No, not that I know of.
I will keep it with me. I will look at it. Good night, Artegan.
Good night.
I'll meet you here in the morning.
And I will walk away.
You walk away. You hear the door close loudly and heavily. Your footsteps echo down the hall, as well as your thoughts. You walk towards the castle,
Actually, I probably...
or to wherever you go.
I'm going to sit on the bench outside the bar. Just kind of do the Artegan Lately, staring off in the distance.
Do the Artegan.
Yep, doing the Artegan.
The Artegan Lately.
The Artegan Lately. That's what we're calling it
Yes.
from now on.
Yep.
Do the Artegan Lately.
You stare off for a while. How long is a while? An hour? 30
At
minutes?
least an hour.
At least an hour. The real Artegan Lately. And the hour passes. Merritt is now as anxious as ever in the castle, but you are being outfitted. Bernard has come and gathered you two, as well as you, Jordan Dusk,
Cool.
and taken you to get outfitted with mundane supplies. He brings you over, Merritt in particular. I have this for you. This is from the king. He asked for me to give it to you specifically. And he pulls out this potion that has like 5 different rainbow colors that don't mix together. When it swirls in the potion, each color stays separate in its own bubbles or layers, or however they're conformed, and they're purples and reds and pinks. And there's a green.
Rainbow potion.
This is for your friend. It is a potion of regeneration.
Oh, he's gonna be so excited. I
Keep
think
it safe. Make sure when you find him, he drinks the entire thing.
All right, 1 dose. You got it.
That is all the king could provide you with,
It is
besides the mundane equipment.
more than I could have hoped for. I am jealous of your servitude to the king. He is a very good man.
He is a very good man indeed.
Very well.
We wish you well. Please pick out any of the equipment that you need. And he will
Sir, where's the rope?
hand you the player's handbook of all the mundane items you could ever want. There are ropes and grappling hooks and caltrops and
Jordan's already cool.
anything you want you can take from here.
So we just have your bag of holding.
Yeah, I get the bag of holding
It's
out.
like a lantern and a grappling hook.
Are we going to write this down? Do we need to write this down, Ryan?
Someone who's got the bag.
All right.
Someone who's
What
got
happened to Cooper's bag?
Art has it.
Art has it.
Yeah.
All right.
He has his own bag.
Holding.
Okay, so Jordan, if you guys
Lantern.
want some pointers, he'll give you some pointers.
Grappling
But
hook.
if you don't, then he'll just
Just
leave you
one?
do your thing.
Sure. Yeah, what should we be grabbing from here? We definitely want some a gallon of oil. And we need let's see.
Do any of you
Get the
are any of
rope.
you human?
Get the rope.
Oh, get rope. How much rope?
How much rope do we need? How
I
much
have
do we
50
have?
feet on me.
Okay, well, let's get 100.
Okay, 100. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had to jump off a cliff to get when we were down there. We definitely need 100 feet of rope.
Do we have enough food? Get some of those rations.
Cliff bars.
Okay, so we have movie rations now.
Take 100 rations.
Yeah, that's fine.
50 rations.
Do the
Is it
bar
allowed?
sweep.
50 rations.
You have the entirety of the rations in the supply is 30.
Okay, 30 rations. Thank you.
I mean,
Bernard looks at you as you're grabbing those and says, do you really need 30?
We'll bring back what we don't use, right?
Yeah, here. But take 5 of them back and put them on the shelf.
25 rations.
I understand the king's given you leave to the stores.
So we have 1, 2, 3. We have.
Jordan's
Well,
like,
take-
I have my own rations already.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll take
Listen, this is just for
2 rations
for the
apiece.
kid.
So take 3.
We're just
Take
gonna
6.
Take what he wants.
Just take.
yeah.
Put everything back but 6.
Sure. Everything back but 6. So
So
that's 24.
No, we're putting 24 back. We're
putting-
keeping 6.
We're keeping
He
6.
keeps taking more out of the bag and
Yeah.
more out of the bag.
We need 6. We got two per. We've already got. So
He's really excited.
any other good ideas? What else would be
Caltrops are sometimes useful if you're being chased.
Cow troughs.
Caltrops.
To feed
So
the
he
cows?
shows you this thing. It looks like a metal jack without the knobs on it. It's all just sharp points. He's like, you throw it behind you as you're running if you have pursuers chasing you, and it slows them down. Very useful in a pinch.
Cow troughs.
He gives you each a bag of 20 caltrops.
So we have 40 cow traps on
No,
us.
yeah, 20 apiece, but you want to keep it on you
Oh,
in case
okay.
you have to toss them out behind you when you're running.
20 cow troughs.
Caltrops.
Okay. Yeah, good idea.
He's like, and there's always this. He holds up a bell and a piece of string. If you ever find yourself in an inn and you want to make sure you wake up if someone opens the door, you rig the door with a piece of string and a bell.
Oh, a bell on a string.
Yeah, well, that's.
Do you have any humans with you?
Awesome.
Or anyone who can't see in the dark?
Yep.
Okay, instead of using a torch, use a hooded lantern when you're in the Underdark. That way everything won't know where you are, just the stuff in front of you.
Yeah,
Hooded
I
lantern.
think I put one lantern in there, just make it hooded.
We'll just make it.
Yeah.
This
Hooded
bell,
lantern.
however, I think we're not going to have a sleepover. We're going to go into the Underdark.
It will take
definitely
us
use it
more
later.
than one day
Yeah.
to get to Delarin.
A compass?
Compass.
We don't need a compass.
We don't need a compass. I
Let him
put it
take the
back on
compass.
I know the way.
What about that really hot place that we were in, where you had to
The
take
Thrak
off all
vents?
your armor?
Oh,
yeah.
it wasn't me that needed to take off the armor.
Yeah,
It was
we're good.
Artegan.
Yeah.
We're not going to take the vents. We're going to travel through the River Dark. It's the fastest way.
Wait, is
Oh.
that the place where we lost our mind?
It's the place full of drow.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
I mean, you can decide to choose otherwise if you want to, but if
No, that'd be good to.
CRO's stopping ground.
Yeah.
it seems like
She might
speed
be
is of the
upset.
essence.
Yes.
So, well, we'll attempt to disguise you on the way through. That'll be part of the trip.
Okay.
Hey, give me my hat back.
I traded it. I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh, well then. Yeah. So
I'm feeling good. We're going to do this.
We could go through the Thrak vents. It would just take longer.
Man, we got told that was the fastest way. I'm beginning to think those drow were not on the up and up.
The fastest way is actually the River Dark, but it's the most dangerous, probably. Thrak vents are a close second, right?
They were the safest way.
The safest
That's
way,
what he
but
told
not the
you.
fastest
It
way.
didn't turn out to be very safe, did it?
No.
Well, you
Treachery
had the
will do
Queen
that.
of Drow after you. There's no safe place then.
That's because Hack was with us.
Right? We'll blame the goblin?
Yep.
I don't know.
It's kind of one of his things.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so phone, keys, wallet, proper shoes.
He gives each of you a piece of chalk
Or chalk.
in case you're trying not to get lost after you trace your steps.
You guys grab everything under the sun.
Yeah.
The general stands there watching as you do.
Okay, I think we're good. Now we just need Artegan. And should we sleep? Do we want to tackle this with fresh legs in the morning? Or we could probably just go.
It's up to you.
This is the Underdark, Weir. And I know you've been excited. But we need to focus now. And we do need to rest. I'm not going in there without at least one long rest.
Okay.
And get some sleep. So let's find Artegan.
So Jordan looks at you and he goes, "Will you sleep? Because if you won't, maybe we should leave now. We can press in a little bit into the Underdark and rest someplace safe outside of the River Dark. We don't have to be on top of Sasha when we decide to take our rest, but if you won't sleep until we start, waiting is maybe a moot point."
Oh, I can certainly try.
Well, then.
I'm a bit anxious, but I suppose we'll see. I am also a little bit beat up. Had a very long, unusual day. Didn't we just get back up here today?
No, it
It's
was
been
yesterday.
couple
It was
days.
yesterday. Yeah, it's been a couple days.
Oh,
You
okay.
guys,
Then I'm
He
totally
just
up.
got back here today.
yeah, Jordan
Oh.
just got back.
Okay.
He spends most of his time there anyways, or in between, back and forth. So for him, crashing someplace in the dark or crashing, he'll still just crash. That's what I figure. Can I have some
Yeah.
scrolls?
We should leave in the
Like
morning.
blank parchment?
No, I want a spell scroll or two.
Of course you do. No.
Okay, alright.
There's no other consumables
Okay.
on store.
Thanks, Dad.
I'm gonna spend an hour or so back at the temple. That should help me focus and calm down. Then we can get full night's sleep. Tackle this in the morning.
Alright. Jordan's like, well, then I have a score I made to see. Slaps his fingers and looks like a regular elf.
Artegan,
Mhm.
roll me a perception.
Natural
Wow!
And there's that.
20.
You hear the inn door quietly close, and you see someone sneaking off in the night.
Oh no, she's not waiting.
And it's Karina.
I will follow her.
Okay. Quietly.
You know what? No. I'm not going to go quietly.
Okay.
I'll make sure to
So
keep pace
she
with her.
starts sneaking off in the middle of the night, and she looks like she is trying to go quietly. You don't go quiet anyways in your armors.
Mhm.
She rounds a bend of the building, and when you round the bend, she's standing there looking at you. Artegan, I didn't know you'd still be out there.
Yeah. Not really easy to make this decision.
I'm leaving, Artegan. I'm making this decision for you.
No, you're not. I'm coming with you.
Do you need to tell your friends I'm leaving right now?
If you're leaving right now, I don't have time to.
Whoa, Art.
Did you need to collect anything?
I have everything I need on me.
So she heads to the stables, grabs the horse and saddle, helps you up on the back of the horse, and you guys ride off into the middle of the night.
The lady bats her eyes.
No kidding.
And Artegan disappears from the city.
Hello, Jay Dusk.
So, whatever you had in the bag of holding is now with Artegan.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit. That guy really screwed us, huh?
We don't even know yet.
You head to the temple.
Leather armor and a dagger. That's probably it.
Okay.
You
Also think I put you
Well, I was
right
gonna wait at the gate for
What plates
Artegan. I
are
didn't
in
get a
there,
chance
too?
to say.
And art stuff.
So I'm just at the gate, I
think so,
suppose, waiting for Artegan to come back.
So you're at the gate for a while. You, Jordan Dusk, are doing?
And what?
What are you doing?
Oh, we have the night off, right? Did you say they want to sleep for the night? I mean, I figure he'll disguise himself as his normal half-elven alter ego that he probably wears around town to not freak people out. And I'm going to go out, have a few drinks, probably romp in the hay with a scullery maid that I'm familiar with, and then go to bed and sleep for the night.
Oh, you have a wonderful night.
That's what
You've been missing this.
Right.
Too
I'm
long in the
off
river
duty
dark.
for the night. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Mary, you go to the temple, and it's much the same as the other night. It looks like the same priest is there tonight.
I'll check on my brother before I go do my stuff and say, hey, I'm okay. I'm going to go out for a little bit. I'll be back in the morning. I'm going to go do a thing. You can come if you want.
I'll watch your back.
Cool.
So you go to your brother. Are you a drow?
Yes.
Full drow or half?
Half, same
Half.
as me.
Yep.
We're both abandoned.
Both
Take my
lost
bet.
boys.
Yeah, that's right. We
The
go
Lost
hang out.
Boy Inn.
We go hang out in the Lost Boy Inn.
Okay, what are you? What's your class? That's a way to lose a character.
You're a tome lock.
Yeah, Tome Lock, Warlock.
Great old ones.
Tomelock Warlock. I don't know much about warlocks. I've read them a few times. They're still confusing to me, so make sure you know what you guys do.
I've planned a few Warlocks, and I know generally what they do and how they work.
The great party of 4 has become 2.
Oh no. Oh god. Fellowship of the Ring has been disbanded, man.
That's all right.
Frodo and Sam must go on alone.
Oh shit.
You do your prayers and devotions. The priest talks with you, small chat, nothing too important unless you had anything in particular. He blesses people as he passes by, waves his censer in the middle of the aisle.
No, I don't have anything particular to bring socially at this point. It's definitely a centering,
I gave you a cloak in the
helping
bag.
myself calm
That's
down.
And you,
I'm just
Still waiting.
for Art.
after the hour passes, Art has not shown up yet. It's been a long while now because there was first getting outfitted, which took a bit, especially with excitable Merritt.
I waited for another hour.
At that point, Merritt finally shows back up to the meeting point, alone.
Is that where it's the meeting point right at the front of the gate?
Yeah, I mean, you were waiting.
Okay.
Thanks for waiting. I feel a lot better. I think I'm going to be able to relax now.
You seem more centered.
Yeah, I get to focus. was reading about all these different clerics of the past who had gone on adventures and really discovered who they are. Saints and angels coming and guiding people along.
Now, I know I'm not good at this, because I have a -1 to intelligence, but can I just sense that what's going on with Art?
As a ranger, your special ability lets you sense within 5 miles humanoids, but not exact named humanoids, not particular humanoids. If you were in the middle of the wild, within 5 miles, you would be much more fitted for.
Sure.
There's a few here or some there, but this city isn't even 5 miles wide in its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Besides all the farmlands, and we won't count those. There's approximately 110,000 people in this city. It is gigantic, and it's overloaded. If you try to use your senses, it will be overbearing.
I was going to say, would I be able to figure out how Art would act?
It would be really difficult to understand exactly what's going on because you don't know he's missing yet.
But
I
know
think that's what he's asking. He's like, with that, since he's an
he's
hour
been gone
plus
for
late.
2 hours, and that's not like Artegan.
Could you maybe roll his insight?
Give me an insight check.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that.
Try again.
No, you can't.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
9. What did we call it again?
Artegan Lately.
He's been doing the Artegan lately. Every time you've seen him coming back from Merritt meeting his uncle, you saw that he'd been staring off in the distance. You saw him staring off in the distance when you were talking to him about Karina.
Okay.
You also, no one has breached the subject of him losing his hometown.
Right.
It hasn't come up yet.
Right.
And even though he hasn't talked about it, you could tell it's been a burden on his soul. That doesn't need a 9.
So I'll just say, hey, Merritt. Artegan's not back. I think he's probably just out staring at a wall. He's been going through a lot, which worries me a little since we are going to the Underdark, but I think we both need our rest. I'm sure he'll turn up in the morning.
Yeah. We can't micromanage. We'll let him gather himself. He just needs a night to blow off some steam. And we'll all be able to tackle this in the morning. Sometimes, a fresh look on things, you get that sunrise up over the horizon. Everything looks better in a new light.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
You guys get your rest. You get a long rest in, so I don't think you have any spell slots missing, hit points, hit dice. But if you did, you're back. If you had any exhaustion levels, you don't.
Gotta regain.
So I gave you Vampiric Touch in case someone gets in your face, because you can slap them with it for up to a minute, and you get half of what you do back in hit points.
Yep.
Agonizing Blast. I didn't give you Repelling Blast. Instead, I gave you the Tome Lockpick that lets you do rituals, so you can have a familiar. I gave you Guiding Hand so that you can get us in and out of the Underdark. And then you've got Alarm and Comprehend Languages, which is pretty good. Oh, and we get Undercommon.
2 more. I got 2
Right?
charges back.
So that's what I took for my languages.
Okay.
Common, Elven, Undercommon.
That'll be a very handy item that you didn't tell Artegan about.
I know.
Okay. So,
Nothing.
Also, leather armor is why you have an AC of 12 and a dagger. You're not an AC machine, you're a ranged guy.
Yeah, I know.
So stay behind me.
Yep.
Cool.
You are now the only tank.
Bummer. I'm not tanky. This is gonna suck.
that's fine.
That's fine.
No, it's not. It's not fine.
Listen, you guys always say no, it's not, but
Yeah.
we're gonna be
All right,
fine.
you guys
We're
got
gonna
some
get
disposable
Delaron back.
characters.
We're gonna find Artegan again.
Just because Jordan's my one off character doesn't mean he's disposable. I like him. I put a lot of thought. I've been making him over and over since day one of Delaron.
Maybe he won't be so suicidal.
Here's hoping.
Maybe we'll like him better.
You guys would probably like him better. He's a more likable guy.
Yeah, that's gonna be. We're gonna get down there and see Delaron. Be like,
Dude's got no legs.
yeah, we're gonna just say there, everybody.
Plug his nose.
He's got no hands, no arms, no legs, and so he's just like, no. We're like, peach.
And if you shushed him, that would be horrible.
I just imagine the wings coming out already.
I'll just say knock it off.
It's horrible.
Oh, man.
Horrible.
We're really off kilter today, huh?
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Oh,
Morning comes. The
I'm already awake.
sun is just cresting the horizon. Merritt is hopeful again, it seems. And watching the sunrise, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk out and you see him there.
And I'll just go up to Merritt and I'll just say, drink this in right now. Because we're not going to be seeing it for a while.
Exactly. But it's still up here. Even if
Jordan.
we don't see it.
And what's your name?
Jay Dusk.
You have, is it Jay, like J-A-Y?
Yep,
Mhm.
Jay.
Jordan and Jay both walk out. You have not met Jay.
They haven't met Jordan like this either. I'm looking like a different me.
I'm actually probably a bat perched inside of his cloak, actually.
You meet an elf.
Yep. Just a half elf. Yep.
All right, there we go. You meet an elf.
So I walk up, I'm like, are you ready to go?
Whoa. Whoa. We'll go where? Where's Jordan?
I am Jordan.
You have the same cowardice that he has. You guys will be great for each other.
What do you mean by cowardice?
I think you misunderstand. My very profession by its nature means that I am a spy and an assassin. This is what I do.
And I say to Merritt,
Is that
yeah,
why
that's what I do too.
Your skin's lighter now?
I mean, sometimes it will be all different shades. Whatever is the most useful shade to get by mostly unnoticed.
Huh. Interesting. So it's only a matter of blending in.
Exactly. It's always a matter of...
It's not about hiding who you are.
Merritt, I don't hide who I am.
It's about being who you expect
I'm trying to
be
change.
for the given setting. Now, are you ready to go?
Yeah, we just got it. Hey,
You guys see
There's,
Darnell walk out. He's got a big plate of breakfast. The breakfast that has been served today is no longer extravagant and lovely. It is now a porridge in the morning.
I love forage. Thanks, Darnell.
Walks out and sees everyone. Merritt, good to meet you. What's going on? Who's this?
You're just waiting for
My name is Jordan Dusk, servant of the king. Pleasure to meet you.
Haven't seen you guys in a while. Where you been?
Well, we're gonna go rescue Delaron. He's okay. I mean, he's struggling, but we're gonna go get him. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, sorry.
Going back down there.
Yeah,
This is actually a really good thing.
we're going.
He's
We're.
been down
Do you
for a
guys want to
while.
come? Are you up for a little bit more adventuring?
He'll focus once we're down there.
Tell you what, you can have my share.
No, we're not going back down there.
Nah.
We're waiting on the king's word.
Okay.
He's
I mean, the
gonna let
king
us
said we
go.
could go. If you ask, I'm sure Dad will
Merritt.
let you sleep over.
Merritt,
What?
where's Artegan?
Aren't you guys sharing a room?
No, we had separate rooms.
No. He probably slept in. He does that every now and then. He just sleeps in. If he turns his phone upside down, it doesn't ring.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna.
Damn, that's like a shot in the dark.
I'm gonna go get our friend. I'll be right back. And I run. I just take off and I run.
Yeah. Just go. He'll be back pretty quick.
You run to.
Artegan's room.
It's empty.
I
You
look
see
for
a little old maid, a little human maid. She's walking kind of hunched, and she has a bunch of linens in her arms, and she's walking to the different rooms. And she's closing the door of Artegan's room. Oh, yes. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my friend who is staying in this room.
There was no one in here today. I changed the linens. Did you need this room?
Well, no, I didn't need one. I had one. We're leaving.
Do you need me to change the linens in your room?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I will do that first thing.
There might be a few stains, so I apologize for that.
What?
But listen, to the point, I'm looking for my friend. Have you seen him? Was he here last night?
No one stayed in this room last night. There wasn't much to do in here. It's very clean.
Do you know for a fact that no one stayed in this room last night?
Oh, yes. I know.
And how do you know this?
Because I went in there, and there's no one in there, and nothing was touched.
And I just, I bust into the room again, and I'm
Push
looking...
past her, and you bust into the room, and it is perfectly cleaned, as your room is every day. And the bed is made, and the sheets are pulled very tight over the pillows.
Can I roll an insight right now?
No one seems to have been in here.
Okay.
You don't need to roll for that.
So, am I able to put 2 and 2 together then?
Give me an investigation. No, give me an insight.
8 and 7 and 15.
15. The last you seen him was at the smokehouse.
Okay. So I'll run. I'm running back down.
You run back down the hall. You see Garavon passing by through the courtyard. He just bursts right past you. Goes through the snow.
Going to the smokehouse.
He yells as he passes by. Go into the smoke. You see him prancing through the courtyard, and you get to the smokehouse.
And I bust into the door, or in the bar, and I'll be like, a barkeep?
There is someone there. They're cleaning off the floor, just sweeping up. He looks up at you. It's not the same barkeep. It's a different person.
Hi, I'm just looking for my friend. He was here last night, meeting with a woman, and I just kind of described the woman real quick.
Oh, yeah. She's been here a few days.
Yeah,
Her room is up second floor, very far left.
Okay, so
I loves giving it out.
Yeah, right. So I go up and I just start pounding on the door.
You gotta wake up Art
You
from his...
wail on the door and wail and wail and wail. For a good 30 seconds, no one answers.
And I'd start yelling at it then.
You yell at the door, no one answers. There's a couple people that peek their head out, and they look at you, and they kind of pull back in. You're fully outfitted in your armor, and you're right back. The door's closed.
I bust the door open.
All right, well, you open the door. It's unlocked.
Okay, great. Can I bust through it, though?
No. When I described the door, I described it as a very solid and
Listen,
thick
the synopsis in my
door.
brain are going this way and this way and this way, so I'm not thinking really
You
quick.
smash into it, and then you open it.
Okay. He is dumb.
You go in, and there's no one there, and it seems to have been cleaned out. The linens and anything on the beds have all been stripped. It's just the mattress, and there's no personal items left in this room. It's very barren. They don't have amenities.
At this point, do I put 2 and 2 together?
At this point, you believe Artegan might be gone.
Okay, great. So I run right back to Merritt and Jordan.
You're out of breath.
Okay, I'm exhausted a little bit.
Yep.
Okay,
What are you doing?
we have... Now, Merritt, we have a little problem. A minor setback, maybe. I can't find Artegan.
Did he know we were leaving?
Yeah. We specifically told him to meet us back here last night. He never showed. He's been under a lot of stress, so I just thought maybe he was trying to collect himself like Merritt did last night.
How long overdue is he then? Count the hours. How many has it been?
Well,
I'd say so it's 8 a.m., 7, 4, 12, 13 hours.
Does he have any enemies?
well, no, but he was meeting with a woman last night, and I did check, and she's cleared her room.
Was she dangerous?
She was
No.
with the huntsman.
No, she wasn't dangerous.
Capable, though.
Could
But
she
I don't
harm your
imagine-
friend?
No, Artegan can handle himself under most circumstances. Though he did seem a bit distracted by her.
Is he swayed by a pretty face?
Yeah.
Maybe he left with her.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. He did mention he wanted to go help her until we told him about Dalaran.
He wouldn't be such a slimy scumbag as to abandon us to chase some tail up into the woods.
Listen,
A raised skirt and a pretty face does a lot of strange things to most men.
he does have his own motivations, though, Merritt.
Yeah, but lust doesn't count.
I've seen,
I don't think it's lust that he's thinking
no offense,
about.
I've seen better men do worse for a pretty piece of ass.
I'm gonna have to try out this sex thing you guys are always talking about because it must be amazing.
I'm like, seriously?
Yeah. Well, he's
When we
young.
get back, we'll help you out.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it seems really distracting because what?
If I had known
We're
this
trying
last
to-
night, I would have brought you with me.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you look just fine, but no thanks.
No, not like that. I have some friends in town that could have helped you out.
I don't need help. It seems like a bad thing.
I think you very
it's
badly
what
need help,
makes-
my friend.
Listen,
Someone run
Artegan
off
is
and they
gone.
left.
We need to get past this. Merritt, we need to focus.
Yeah, this is pretty. What the hell?
We don't have much more time.
All right, we need to leave messages. If Artegan was thinking, he would have left a message. But when we checked with the innkeeper, that we would know that they were that he was leaving. But we should leave a note for him at the various inns. The one where he was staying, the one where his new girlfriend was staying, the one where we were staying. That way, if he comes back, we have a letter here that says, sorry / thanks for nothing. We went into hell to get our friend. Hope it was a good time.
At this point, the sun is now completely crested the
Yeah.
horizon.
Jordan's like,
So,
are we
paper.
going to go today, or should I...
No, we're doing it. So I take a paper and I rip it into 3 pieces. Artegan. The rest of us maintained what we had agreed upon, period. We went into the Underdark. We'll return with or without your help. Thanks. 1. Artegan. We went into the Underdark. Maintained what we agreed
He
upon.
makes a series of letters.
And-
It takes a
and-
while.
All right, we need to leave these with the innkeepers at the 3 places. You guys put this one at the place. You put one at the Salty Lost Boy.
Salty Lost Boy?
That's even worse.
You're not, no, you can't do that anymore. You're not allowed to come up with names for
You
bars.
don't name things
And-
ever.
That's not right. That's messed up, man. I don't do anything at the Salty Lost Boy, thanks.
I think that place has any patronage? I don't think so.
Paylor's sake, that's a horrible name for
That's
something.
where That's where Artegan was staying.
Merritt, we'll do this. We'll do this because it will give you some peace of mind, but
I just wave over some page boys to do it for us.
Oh, you have to go find them.
I'm sure that there's some place where there's like
You
serving
find
kids. I'm like, look, blah, 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 do the thing. They go and do it.
Merritt, I want you to say one more prayer to Paylor before you go down. Right now. And then we're going. This is focus time. I've let you be too excited for too long.
You're a priest.
Yes.
Well, that's good. Maybe you'll be able to keep us alive. We should just go now. Pray on the way.
It's becoming my specialty. So, let's...
If you see two of me at any point during the journey, don't be alarmed.
What? Oh, you know what? I think I was reading about there's the magic that can split you into a couple different illusions, copies of yourself.
Like that.
Interesting. Mirrored something. Okay.
So, you know a few ways into the Riverdark, but the easiest way is through the dungeons.
Okay, we go there.
So you go through the dungeons.
Like, wait.
I'm sure I know the dude down there that's by the door into the Riverdark. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up?
Well, he knows you.
Yeah.
The true you.
The name...
Yeah, as soon as we get away from the outside, I'll be me again. When we're in the dungeon, that's fine.
The place we're going. Where the Drakthindala? Drakthindalen?
Yeah.
That's... we were at a place where... Oh, what was her name?
Sasha?
Nope. Kalindra, at the Temple of Shar.
The Priest of Secrets, right.
There was it anywhere near there? We're going?
The Temple of Shar is in Drakthindalen. It's in the city.
Oh. Okay, great. Then let's speed this up. And I expend a charge for my Helm of Teleportation.
Oh,
Sweet.
shit.
I didn't actually explain to them what it does or anything.
Like, I'm like, I don't feel too good.
No.
Like, yeah.
It doesn't 100% work like that.
Oh, shit. You're gonna
Come
put us
on,
someplace where I
Ryan.
know how this works.
We're running this game. We're hijacking it right now.
No, he's got to roll some shit. But he's got not a horrible chance because he's been there before. So.
Yeah.
You wind up in the prison cells.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Like,
I would
fuck.
say very familiar. We were in there for a while.
Yeah. Very familiar. You've been there. And we hung out and talked and sat in a waiting room and shit. You just got to land it, man. Just don't fuck it up.
It says very familiar is a place you have been very often, a place you have carefully studied, or a place you can see.
Okay, so familiar.
You've been there a couple times.
What's familiar? Is it bad?
Viewed once is a place you have seen once. I think it goes from very familiar to viewed once.
This is seen casually in
Oh,
between.
there we go. We're going to say it's a scene casually.
Just give us 50-50 odds. I'll go with that.
It's about
pretty close.
50-50.
Well, okay. Here we go.
So, you expend a charge, you grab everyone. Darnell's still eating his porridge.
You grab him too?
It's doesn't
Well,
have to be touched.
we-
He doesn't have to go if he doesn't.
Well, we'd already
Okay.
started walking, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I was
We're in
leading
the
us in the
dungeons.
dungeons.
Was he-
Yeah.
Are you going
Is-
towards the dungeons?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Darnell coming with us?
No.
Okay.
I
That
was
would have
like,
been awesome.
porridge and sunlight is better than onions.
Like, anything is better. I don't
You hadn't
need
even
to-
really started heading to the dungeons before you got very excited.
Oh, okay. I got confused because we started talking about it. No, so we'll just be sitting there in the place. I'm like finishing my porridge. So let's speed this up.
I'm like, wait. And we end up someplace. Sweet.
Inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Not
D100,
D20.
dude.
D100.
I was like, wait.
And you can't use inspiration on your teleport.
He knows all about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember who failed 3 times?
Every
Yeah,
time.
or
you mean.
4.
Every time.
Come on, buddy. Roll high. 99. 99s.
Fuck.
4.
Really?
4.
104?
Mishap.
Oh.
No.
God damn it.
We can never teleport.
Man, that's so unlikely.
Inspirations.
There's no inspiration.
What if I use both
Why?
my inspiration on
Yeah,
both dice?
2.
But what
not
it is
how it
it's got
works.
how many charges? Because it regenerated some this morning. So roll how many you got back this
I
morning.
already did. It was at all 3.
Okay, so you're gonna do it again at some point.
First, we're going to do this.
First, we're gonna
Yeah.
see it.
What are we gonna do?
What happens
You all
in the dungeons?
Take
teleport
damage.
out and take 13 force damages. Your bodies are shunted through time and space. Everything warps around you. The world disappears.
I'm like,
You feel your bodies and your insides squished together and then reapparate
like a finger in
in.
my eye socket or something when I come back.
Yeah.
Like something went wrong.
Yeah, there's 2 of you when
When we show back up.
we show back up.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's 2 of me.
Merritt?
We're gonna wake up in that prison.
Like,
Oh my god.
it's horrible.
And the DM rerolls on the table to see where you wind up. Multiple mishaps can occur.
Fuck. And we all die. Party white. Teleport party white.
That would be amazing.
Artegan.
What do you mean? That'd be amazing.
I call Karina. You can be Artegan again. And be Darnell.
I'll be Sam.
Sure, right now sounds cool. He's a paladin. I know how that works. Oh, God.
What do you mean perfect? What's
You-
perfect for you?
We're far away.
Reapparate in the Temple of Shar.
Oh shit.
Okay, so we made it there,
Correct.
but we're hurt.
There is a purple illuminating haze around you. There are some statues and altars to the goddess Shar that are
I
here
heard a
set
lot more
up.
than I thought it would.
You know there's a door in the back end of this room. And the one you see there is Henthiel.
So as we show up, I'm like, and I just like yak on your leg. And I'm like, pardon me. I'm sorry. Please, can we never do that again? That was horrible. Horrible.
Henthiel pulls out his
Yeah.
spear and holds it at everyone. And the Henthiel is the Drider that you talked to once.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Please, good sir.
He
mean no
has the
harm.
body of a man, the butt of a spider, and his body is basically melded onto that spider like a centaur would be. He has this long black hair, and he holds his spear out and he says, "What are you doing here?"
This was a total accident, sir.
Yes, sir. No, this is. I apologize for the intrusion, but we needed to return.
Oh, no.
If you recall,
Okay, so as he's talking,
You-
I'm like gonna put one of my hands like this. So I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Kind of like I'm pushing against Garavan. I'm between the 2 of them. Yeah, that's cool. But I just want to be between him and Garavan. And doing this.
If you draw,
I
we'll die.
I have no weapon on me, literally. I have a breastplate and a shield. That's it. I have no weapon.
He holds the spear closer. I know what you can do.
Oh shit.
How do you know?
Do you know where you are?
I have no idea where I am.
we've returned to the temple, have we not?
What are you doing here, Merritt Everlight?
Oh, they know each other. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on. I'm like, then I'm like, oh, okay.
We have returned.
Why have you come back?
We have friends down here who need our aid. The one that you directed with the wounded leg, he is here. So is another traveling companion we had, as well as
He
Mistress
looks-
Kalindra. If
He looks upset. His face is contorted in a frown and a furrow of his brows.
Mary.
Your friend is down here in the dungeons. His actions have caused Kalindra's death.
Bummer.
wait, what?
Trollgoff took Kalindra. He sliced her from chest to navel. He bled her out. He used her blood for his magic.
Wait. Kalindra had nothing to do with Delaran.
Well, it makes perfect sense. She was an associate of Delaron's, correct? You've been here before. Delaron knows her. When Trollguff decides that he's going to take somebody...
Stop talking. Why would you come back here? Did you think we would help you?
So I look at you, I nod my head, and I just start leaving. I'm like, time for us to leave.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. You would walk out in that city? Like you are?
No. Whoop. I'm Drow.
I take out my hat.
I'm Drow as well.
The least merit.
We can disguise him. It won't be pleasant, but we can make him look different.
I admit I'm confused.
What confuses you?
Did
Your
you-
friend threw a king's family member into the void.
Regicide happens.
Correct.
So Trollguff wants vengeance. Well, he starts here, and he moves on to you, or your friend. Lindra was not only a friend, she was the best priestess we ever had. No longer. He took her, he took the blood of the dragon that hangs around the neck of Delaron, your friend. We have nothing to give you.
Then we'll be on our way. Happily, please.
Why shouldn't I turn you in?
That would be unfortunate if you have to do that.
Oh, you don't want to mess with this guy.
I also want to be turned in. It's easy. If he tries to turn me in, I'll fight now. I'd rather die here than die in Trollguff's dungeons, trust me.
I don't understand. Why?
I asked
Kalindra
a question. Why should I not turn you in?
I have an answer if you want it.
I don't want your answer.
There was a task that your last king had given us. The one that Mistress Kalindra protected and loved and raised had to be executed. It was hard for her, but I showed what mercy I could. When the king orders brutality, brutality will likely be done, but we can always choose the manner in which we respond. I comforted her as I could, and I would ask that you choose to respond in a way today that reflects that.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Inspiration.
Thank God.
Turn a 1 into not a 1.
Persuasion is +7, so 20.
Yeah, this doesn't work. I am going for the blade.
Do you speak truly?
You have the gift of sight, and if you choose to peer into my mind and my memories, please do so. I speak as truly as I am capable.
Then that is what I'll do. He walks right up to you. He towers above you as a person because his body, with his body on the body of a spider, stands about 10 feet tall. He actually has to hunch in this building. You hear the skitter of his legs as he moves right up to you. bends down and puts his long, lanky fingers on your forehead. And you feel him enter your mind.
Just as he gets close, I cast guidance on him.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll actually help, but
I don't think it would technically help, but
if it's a skill check, it does.
he starts filtering through your surface thoughts and the things that you are thinking right now, and then probes deeper into your mind. And you feel him entering into the recesses of places that you have but don't like to open all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty.
Exile.
The places you don't like to enter all the time.
Dang. Alright, come here. You feel him enter your mind. And then you feel him enter into places you don't like to go. The dark, the deep. And then you feel him enter into places you haven't explored.
Oh man.
And it brings out images and flashes of things that would actually scare you. You've not experienced these memories yourself, but they are of you. And you actually experience some memories of your birth, your mother. And you feel as if this man goes all the way in and out and through every recess until he knows who you truly are. You guys see this happening for about 2 minutes. Merritt's eyes close at a few times throughout the process.
Are we gonna wait for him?
Of course.
Okay.
I trust that he'll never find anything wrong. That tieflings.
So look, I do this. What I'm trying to say is contact me telepathically.
Okay. Connect.
Okay, so I'm like, so just so you know, while we're here, and this is all telepathically.
Mhm.
I'm like, the king gave me leave if we see Trollguff to kill him. So I consider our primary mission to get Cooper out, mostly because he saved my life. And we're supposed to learn whatever information we can about Trollguff while we're here, but if we run across him, we're supposed to take him out.
Understood.
Okay.
Are you still there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2 of me.
Yeah. It looks like 2 of us.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. I was taking care of a cat. I missed something. And Thil releases his hand from your head. What you say is true, Merritt Everlight. Come with me. He goes to the door you've been through before, opens it down into the basement of this temple, and you walk down these steps into the next room, which is dimly lit with these purple candles. There's only a few drow in here compared to the last time. The room's not very large, but he walks you to the end of this room. And then the wall where he touches cracks, just like a door. You see the cracks in the wall push open. He walks you through this door into a tunnel. He looks at you all. This will lead you out of our temple. It goes through some of this city to the underbelly of Grachthendalen. You can go out here. You can come back through here. He gives you, Merritt, an understanding look. Trollguff executed Kalindra. Her blood was spilt for his magic. And if you see him, kill him. There are no other heirs of Gracthandalen. He is the last in the line.
Who rules when he dies?
It will be a grasp at power. You will not want to be here for that.
You might not either. Maybe time to go.
We know our way around.
Mentally connect to you and say a power struggle would definitely weaken the forces.
That's good. We want that. So, Trollguff's gotta die. I'm thinking of you.
Yep.
Their city is well guarded. You will not be able to just waltz in. There are no tunnels that lead through to the city. They have all been fortified or sealed, not breached. Any tunnels that had led in have been collapsed. Trollguff has spent his life making it safe and barricaded.
Nothing is safe.
Nothing is barricaded.
We
There
can
are
get in.
magics that will not let you enter. Not through magical means, at least.
Well, we'll walk in. I've walked into Gracthandalen before. I was drugging the second time, unfortunately.
You do a great credit to your goddess of secrets.
Anyone in the dungeons that you leave there will not make the journey when the power changes hands.
Understood.
I wish you the best. He lets you all through the tunnel. When you get through, you see that stone door slide closed, scrapes until it seals completely, almost invisibly.
Oh, and do you know what the trigger is? I tell you, I should inspect it and see if you can tell what the trigger is.
Yep. Should I do Arcana?
Investigation.
Investigation? Okay. Gonna roll investigation? That's 20.
Boy!
You saw when he pressed his hand against the stone, his hand had the symbol of Shar imprinted into it.
Okay. I can convey that to you.
Okay, so we can't get back in. That's fine. Down the tunnel we go.
You go through the tunnel for a while.
I've seen Gracthandalen guards before, right? Like I was in the dungeon.
Oh yeah, they have metal faceplates usually. The iron helmets, they're usually outfitted in heavy armors. Short, stubby dwarves.
Right. Weird. I do that.
I copy him, put these two between us.
Yep.
And then is yours an illusion as well. So you have the mask of many faces. Now, does it make a face?
It changes your total appearance.
Your entire appearance.
Right.
So you can illusion yourself with armors and weapons.
The problem is that, like, I still sound like me unless I change my voice.
And you're tall.
Yeah, I'm not actually tall. I look
Correct.
shorter, but if someone puts their hand like above the head, they'll be like, "Pfft," and actually hit me. It's just an illusion, so I don't get shorter. I just look shorter. I can't change size per se, so it can be a halfling,
Correct.
but dwarves are medium. So I imagine I could do a dwarf.
If they did something like that above your head, it would hit
It
you
would hit me, yeah.
and break the illusion.
Yep. If they try to interact physically with me, the illusion is... I get the chance to make the save or something.
Whoa, it's a pretty neat trick. And I take the hat and I go, can I do the same?
I don't know.
What would be more wise for me to? What's your plan? What are you guys doing right now?
My plan is to disguise the two of us as them and try to walk you guys in as disguised captives, which means you probably have to lose the horns.
Wait,
Why are you talking to him like there's two of them? He said it was some sort of...
I never said that.
Well, I'm only saying that there's you guys because there's two of them. I'm sorry. I have no clue what's going on.
In order to disguise you, you have to lose the horns.
Wait.
What's this disguise?
Okay, we can't walk you into the city, right? That can't happen. We have to walk into the city. We can be different. That hat, I take it, can make you look different?
Well,
Would
yeah.
a tiefling be so out of place here?
Your horns are very, very particular. You're a particular sort of tiefling.
So maybe I should give him the hat.
And you just be you?
I'll just be me.
You're easier to disguise. I have a disguise kit that will work easier on you than on him. So maybe that's the way we should do it.
Okay. So I give you back the fedora.
Is this an attunement fedora?
We'll have to take a rest then at some point before we go walk
I
into the
imagine
city.
so. We could get our bearings. I think we got here faster than you were assuming we would.
Oh, yes, undoubtedly.
Yes.
We could justify taking the hour or so needed to get reacquainted with this very fine hat.
All right then. Before we rest for the hour, I'll cast Armor of Agathis on myself. So I frost over.
I'll do the same thing.
Just in case we're surprised.
Every time he does something, like there's a delay in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's like frost, and then it's like frost.
Yeah. I bet weirder. But
At this point, that's true.
yeah.
How long does it take to attune?
An hour.
An hour?
Imagine.
Where are we going to be doing this?
Do we have a
Here in the
plan that we should I start dreaming up a
ad-lib.
particular disguise?
If you can look like us, that'd be fine. No. Look like me. Right now. Do that. And then we'll try to use my disguise kit on you.
With your passive insight, you can tell something is off when he switches back and forth by mistake.
I'm not switching for that. I said us. Like, I never claimed that he was an illusion of me. I said there will be two of me.
There's something
and
in
you said,
his
oh,
look
like an
when
illusion.
you look confused that
Yeah.
it's a little off.
I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I'll start practicing. So you're changing into a Drugar?
Yeah, I look like one of the guards. The metal faceplate and all that.
And what are you doing, Garabon?
I'm gonna disguise him.
Yeah, we're getting ready to disguise me as a prisoner. So that means I probably can't have this bow.
I mean, you don't have to be a prisoner, do you?
No, I can totally not be a prisoner. I thought that's... I
Let's
don't
just
know.
make you a drow.
Okay.
I was
All you do is use
thinking that I
pigments.
might make a better drow as well.
You will not make a better drow. We'll get inside your head. Oh, you mean if you were to transform yourself into something else with that? Yeah, sure. Be a drow.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Undercommon?
No.
Right.
No.
So you can't talk.
Yeah. Do you don't happen to speak Infernal, do you?
Nope. Common, Undercommon, and Elven.
I speak Infernal.
We are your
Just make
drow
yourself look
cousins from
No.
far away that speak Infernal.
like... Just make yourself look a different tiefling. And we'll dress you up so everybody can see you're a tiefling. And then you guys can speak Infernal to each other. It's not a big deal. Just pretend you're demons or something.
I kind of have a problem with being a tiefling.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah.
I have a problem getting caught and killed. So, how bad is your problem being a tiefling?
Yeah. Use your disguise kit to grow a pair.
I'm going to grow a pair of what?
Nothing.
Okay.
Do you want your horns back?
What are you talking about, horns? I don't have horns. Merritt.
He's got your horns
Pull
on.
these out of the fire pit.
That's awesome.
Merritt.
I'm like, I rub your
Those
head,
are-
look in your hair.
Those aren't mine. What are you talking
His little horn
about?
nubbins in his hair?
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Damn it.
That comment about, now I understand.
Yeah.
Right. Those will work fine. Let me see them. I can use them with the kit. Thanks. I have some
Glue 'em
gum
back
that'll fix
on.
them on, yeah.
Those are the gnarly ones.
Yeah. You look like a tree ant.
All right. Don't move.
Tiefling.
What do you roll with disguise? Is it intelligence or dexterity, or what am I doing? Charisma?
Intelligence.
Intelligence? Sweet. I'm not the best.
Should I do it?
Yeah, you're much
instead?
better at it.
Okay.
I'll
Are
help
you
you so you have
proficient
advantage.
with disguise kits?
We both are.
Yeah.
Comes the background. I will help you do it so you have advantage.
Okay. 15 plus is intelligence.
And yeah, so intelligence plus 3.
So at this point,
so
you
21.
can definitely tell there's two of them. No
Yeah.
mistake about that.
I'm like, yeah, you should do it. You're better
They're
than
talking
me
to
at
each
this.
other and placing the horns on and
We
twisting
actually
them into the
don't ever
shape.
have to talk.
Yeah,
Well, they're making communication. You can
Weird
tell.
homunculus thing going
Yeah, but we
on.
don't talk to each other.
This is getting out of hand.
Yep. He doesn't like it when you touch him.
I apologize, sir.
Can I help you?
Twisting the horn right into place like a puzzle piece.
Using some gum to affix it.
Unfortunately, it's chipped a little here and there, and it's not going to be super easy to affix to his head.
Even with a 21?
It's possible if there's too much jostling or rustling or moving that it will displace or fall off.
Huh. What if we just shave his head so his horn stumps are easily noticeable? That'd make him look a lot different. Then everybody would see he's a tiefling. He wouldn't have to have the horns on him because he moves around too much. His horns are going to fall off. But we'll just shave him down to the scalp so everybody can see his horn nubs.
I'll
I
say
think
mentally I'm liking the prisoner idea more and more.
Yeah, actually that would help with the prisoner angle. He'd look a lot different. The busted nubs look like we abused him a little bit. It could work out.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting the short end of the stick this
I can appreciate you guys disguising yourselves. I really can. It helps you pass by. This is why I have a full head of hair.
You have known face, right? I hold my
No.
hand out and wait for 10 heartbeats.
It's not.
Woof! I summon a sword that looks like it's a cutout in the nature of reality, and there's just a void where it is, and in that void you can see distant stars.
Okay, what is this? What is
It's my
going
blade.
on here? Oh shit!
I start shaving his head with it.
With that water?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Taking off your hair.
Oh God, I am so mad right now.
I make sure I don't get any of the stump.
In and out of game, I'm all right mad right now. What are you doing to me?
Taking your hair off.
I regather the horns that apparently aren't going to be used.
I don't try to take them down to the skin, but really close. Like I want it to be like short enough that the horns.
So as you're like, what are you doing to me? You see one big chunk of your hair just go boom.
Poof.
Shit. Get it over with.
Okay. I mean, cuts like butter. It's a +1 weapon. So I just whoop, 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 whoop.
And I'll use
Start back
prestidigitation
here.
on it afterwards to make sure everything's
Oh,
cleaned
hair's
up
clean,
afterwards.
yeah.
So they clean you up, but he doesn't do a perfect cut. It's not like
I'm not even
you're
trying to do a perfect cut.
shaved with a...
More rugged it looks.
Yeah.
it's very rugged. And there's some spots that are a little raised up where there's some patches of hair, especially around the horns. You got these little grass tufts out of these tree stumps.
Yeah, that's good. And then I want to. Can we use the disguise roll to make it look like we beat him? Some like black eyes and some
You
like.
could just not heal him. He looks pretty bad off already.
I want him to be healed, but I want him to look like we beat him up.
Yes, but you'll have to roll again.
Okay. So I'll help you.
Okay.
Advantage.
21 again.
21. Give him some bruises and
Black
On the
eyes
face.
and stuff.
on the arms. Strip him down from his armors. And you're now just in your... Well, Probably most likely in your undergarments.
Yeah. We'll keep you in your pants and your boots, and that's about it.
You keep my bow close.
I'm going to give it to you, and
How am I going to tell which one's...
Yep. Oh my
I'm
God.
going to be like, hey, if it goes down, toss him his bow. Stay close to him and hand him the bow. You're both ranged, and you'll stay back.
What are you looking at him for?
We're just having a moment. I'm telling him what to do. That's how we communicate.
What's he going to do?
If things get bad, he'll toss you your bow. He's going
So
to hang
this
on
is-
to it.
And do these guys look alike, or are they...
Identical.
Identical.
At all times.
All times they look identical.
Not naturally.
What do you mean not naturally? Oh, no. We are identical naturally, too.
Oh, okay.
We're identical
He
twins.
copies. I mean, he's a Duergar, and he's a Duergar.
So
Right.
they look the same, like the same Duergar.
Yeah.
So how am I gonna know which one's which?
He has your bow.
Yeah. Is it visible? Like
Yeah, he'll just have it around like he's carrying his bow.
They don't carry bows very often.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an elven-made bow.
We took it from you when we captured you, obviously, and it's his share of the loot. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
this is starting to get. This plan is just rushed.
Well, the other thing
There's
we
no
can do
strategy here.
is we can make the two of you invisible.
You just
That
cut
too.
my fucking hair off.
Yeah.
Like, and not that I'm that mad that you cut my hair. I suppose they'll grow back,
It
but
does all the time.
if we get into a sticky situation, what am I gonna do?
Well, you either keep your head down and maybe I'll slap you around a little bit and make it look good.
I
Then
just
we'll
was
try to get in.
I was just a prisoner a week ago. I got
So was
this.
I. Yeah. You know how this works. We'll try to get you in, and if we can't, then maybe we fight. We hopefully don't fight, but if we do, we do. Or, I mean, the flip side is I can make you invisible, and you can just walk in, as long as no one finds you and catches you.
So as the attunement takes hold, this is what I look like now.
Like what?
I think that devil.
Well, like you're just like straight up a devil.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like bam, like Asmodeus spawn, but straight up full of devil. All right, cool. Good on you. That's what I'm talking about.
Merritt, that look doesn't fit you. Perfect.
Silent slave.
Infernal. It's like splat. Yeah, I'm like, oh, that works fine.
I meant to link with you and be like, is he his slave and we're escorting them? Or
Yeah, he's his slave, and we're making a deal with him. Or no, we're bringing him to see the king. So because he wants to make a deal with the king.
Okay.
Right? So that's the deal. He's petitioned us to meet the king, so we're bringing him to the castle to try to see if the
These
king
guys
wants to
like to
meet.
stare at each other a lot.
Okay, so here's the plan. We just worked it out. You want to see the king, and he is your slave. And so we're bringing you to see the king.
Why are we going straight to the... Why can't we just go to Delaran?
No, that's just how we're going to get in the castle. We're going to meet guards on the way in, and they're going to want to talk to us.
Will they just let us walk freely?
Where's your credentials, man?
Now we're probably going to have to kill our way in.
This sounds familiar, doesn't it, Merritt?
This is our one try to get in. Oh, I'm going to look at you some more. Are we still linked?
Yep.
Hey, you should cast Comprehend Languages before we get into town so that you can understand what they're saying if they decide to talk to us in Underdwarf, whatever. Because Undercommon only goes so far.
Yep.
If they switch to Dwarven, I'm going to be hurting. Look, yeah, I think we got this.
I don't have to.
It's a ritual.
Wait.
Yeah,
You don't have to
okay.
use a slot.
Not math. Okay, gotcha.
So there really is two of you.
I said there might be two of me at some point. Don't freak out. There really is two of me.
Make sure to
This
know
is the
what
two.
is and what is not concentration.
Comprehend Languages is probably concentration.
Definitely is.
Armor Bagathis isn't. Right now we have no other concentration that's going on.
About
Yeah.
the
The
mask of many
Mask of Many
faces.
Faces is the thing I was worried about.
Oh, it might be.
Just make sure.
Cast Disguise Self. What is that what it is?
This is just not a good day.
Why not? This is a great day. Look, we do this all the time.
You cut people's hair off all the time.
I mean, I cut people's other things off sometimes, so hair's not bad.
Yeah, heads are usually the most common.
Disguise Self is not concentration. So that's
So we're
cool.
good.
Perhaps we are bringing
Comprehend Languages is
prisoner
also not concentration.
to the dungeons.
Sure, we can bring... Oh, yeah, let's bring a prisoner to the dungeons. That makes more sense. But why are you with us, then?
Because I am... I am bringing this one in for their experimental purposes, and I've been given liberty to choose a replacement to take one of their stock.
Okay.
I made a bargain.
Sure. Your sword's always making bargains. Fair enough. Okay.
Do we have the plan then?
We've more or less.
I'll link with you again.
Right.
I can Misty Step if we trade Dalaran Cooper for me disguised as one of their party. Do you think he would possibly take that? Is that
No,
worth-
I think he probably wants to torture Dalaran until he loses his mind.
Okay,
He did kill his brother.
makes sense.
That'd be like if someone killed you.
Point taken.
Okay. So we kind of look at each other all moonstruck for a second, and then I'm like, okay, we're ready.
The tunnels eventually lead out into some of the side caverns of Grachthendalen.
Maybe we should just be drow. I'm talking aloud while we're walking.
God.
I'm like, maybe we should just be like, from the River Dark. We should be emissaries or something, or some sort of political party, because at least I speak Undercommon, but I don't speak Dwarven. If they start talking to us in Dwarven, we're in trouble.
Do you think with our minds linked, if I had comprehend languages going,
I mean, you could just translate for me. You could be like, he's saying blah, 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 blah,
but
blah.
would I be able to be like, say, blah, 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 and you'd be able to repeat it?
It
No.
would sound like me using accents.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
It would be bad.
¿Cómo estás?
And comprehend language doesn't mean that you can speak it. It just means that you
can
understand it.
understand it. I can speak.
That's true as well.
So
I
you'd be
can sit
like,
back and-
oh shit, he's asking you to pull over.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So
Yeah.
I would talk back in Undercommon, but that could also be a...
So they stop as they're exiting.
Yeah, so we're like, maybe we should just be drow. Should we be drow?
If that...
I mean-
you?
This silence thing. Are you guys telling it?
No, I said that
Okay.
loud. Maybe we should be drow. Should we be drow? I'll get him.
We would have a lot better understanding of the languages.
Okay. I'll be a drow from the River Dark.
Okay. Same here.
That is a pretty cool trick.
And you're still a demon?
Yeah, that's fine. We can still work that angle in. He's with us. Drow hang out with weird people.
And this one. The slave.
He's your slave. Yeah. I mean, I feel like devils and demons have slaves, don't they? I don't know. Is that a thing?
Devils and demons. All right, well, we should just keep walking.
Okay. You good?
Fine.
All right. So then we go.
We got us an angel to rescue. Let's go.
So you now completely walk out of the cavern.
Mm-hmm.
2 drow, 1 naked man, 1 demon. Not completely naked. You got your pants on.
Not a demon.
1 devil.
I don't know.
You start walking down the caverns,
I don't know the difference between Infernal and Abyssal.
and they lead, winding through, back into the main city of Grachthendalen. You pass by your first group of Duergar.
Mhm.
They're leading a small group of slaves outside the city past you. There's a total of 5 slaves and 4 Duergar. Nobody you've seen or know. One of them's drow. There's a couple humans. There's an elf from what you see.
How many Durgar are there?
There are, what did I say, 5? Or maybe 4. There's 4.
How close to the city are we?
Well, this cavern leads straight into the city.
But is it like, is there a lot of foot traffic? Are there other people where we can see them and stuff? Or
You had just come out and there's already foot traffic.
all right. So the next we'll be along shortly, probably.
Can't be sure of that at all.
Again, should we kill him and try to free the slaves? Cause some chaos?
We need to stay more on mission.
Okay. All right.
I'd say we pretty much constantly have like a mind link thing going.
Yeah, that's not
Constantly.
annoying at all. You guys are walking down the caverns. You've now passed the first group of Duergar and slaves that are heading outside of the city. You too would know that slaves are transported in and out of Grachthendalen all the time. They're a great export item.
And import too, probably.
Import
Like we could bring him here to sell him.
somewhat. You do know that there is a slave market in the city.
Cool.
So the market is usually where slaves are brought.
Okay.
So you'll have to get past that first barrier.
Okay. I have a plan, but he's not going to like it. I'm just going to tell him who he is and say that we have a slave that's like of personal interest to the king, so we're heading to the palace.
You said out loud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't have any say in this, so let's just go.
I mean, what do you guys think? What do you think, Merrick?
This kind of subterfuge is a bit beyond my normal realm of expertise.
It'll get us to Trollcuff.
Trollgus gets us to Dalaran.
Well, yeah, we'll get to Trollcuff if we can end him.
Again,
Ensuing chaos.
I don't think Trogoff wants to release Delaron.
No, we're going to kill him. Then we get Dalaran.
I'm going to kill him with my hands behind my back?
Your hands are tied loosely. You can slip out whenever you want to. Toss you the bow. It'll be fine.
Then let there be blood. Let's go.
Okay. That's the plan.
This is the first time that you're...
No? Bad plan?
I mean, we're walking. Like, let's not intend. I'd say our best option still is if we can get down to the dungeons, we spot Cooper, and we get out.
Yeah, fair. But if we get stopped and we get stymied anywhere, that's plan B. Sounds good. Okay.
You will get along greatly with Mr. Cooper.
I mean, I did. That's why he got me out.
Oh, yes.
You make your way now through the city streets of Grachthendalen, between these buildings. The ground is just stone and some loose dirt and rubble and rocks. It's not paved. Walk through this city and you actually get a lot of people that do turn their head towards you. Mostly you, because you are very boisterous.
Yeah, you're loud and
And,
big.
People see you right away. That picture of the devil, you're very red, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are a true devil.
Yeah.
Are you wearing any particular clothes?
I would say just make it look like that. Just my robes are now. I'll just match that picture for the sake of reliability.
Do you wear any symbols? Any markings of who you are or where you come from or deities you might worship?
When I saw Henthiel, did he wear a particular symbol? I know that Shar is the goddess of secrets, and so it doesn't really strike me as something that probably doesn't wear a badge, but is it...
You've seen the symbol of Shar, not him wearing it, though.
I will...
You would know. Give me a religion check.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing her face or something, but... 21.
21. Devils wouldn't generally worship Shar, the mistress of secrets. They might worship more demigods, prince of demons. No, not prince of
That
demons.
I bet he doesn't really particularly worship anything.
He's like, I'm the dude.
Yeah. I bet he imagines that, yeah, I'm the one that people make deals with.
Okay. So you guys strut down the streets.
Team
And there
music go.
are a few drow that look your way.
I'm not.
And you pass by a Doer Guard patrol. They're the first that you pass by. They look at you.
I nod to him and just walk on like we have a purpose.
Give me a deception as a group.
I was about to say I can't do help.
Oh, fuck.
What's deception?
Charisma.
Ah, mother.
Natural 20.
Cool.
3.
16.
11.
But I guess I'm just a prisoner.
Right.
I'll give you all advantage, by the way,
Oh,
because you're
sweet.
dressed up, disguised.
Well, that's better. 15.
I don't need advantage.
Yeah.
6.
So 15.
Still the same. 16.
They pass by you, and for a second they look very intently over you and scrutinize. But then they pass by, they give you a nod. And continue moving on as you move towards the
If he's
castle.
messing it up really bad, I'm going to slap him.
I'm assuming it's going to be a very fun and hard slap.
I mean, what is it? 1 plus strength mod? It'd be 0.
It'll be one.
Oh, it'd be 1. Not super strong, don't worry.
He says quietly as you're walking. Did you give him a warning?
Did I get no? No, I don't warn him. I need him to look shocked.
I was going to say, if there's anything that you need to tell these guys silently, you would...
Well, yeah, so
Mind link
that's
to me.
true. And then have you mind link him. So I'm like,
Yep.
hey, just let him know that if I slap his friend, it's just for the act. But I need his friend to look shocked, so we're not going to tell him.
So do I just
I'll
take a
convey that.
point of damage?
No,
No, I haven't done it yet.
You move through the city towards the castle, and the castle is behind the first wall. The wall is very thick and tall. In fact, it actually just goes from the floor to ceiling. And the doors open up like a double door would, except they're much, much larger, where you could get a small army through them. And they're thick reinforced wooden doors. That's where you meet the first Duergar guards. The doors are closed.
Okay, so walk up. Well, we have a prisoner here that we're supposed to deliver as a gift from the Queen of the Riverdark to the dungeons here for Trollguff.
And you are a drow, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So I'll speak Undercommon to him.
Undercommon. We don't have any records of a prisoner coming this way.
No, it was a surprise gift from my queen.
From which queen?
What's her face? Sasha. Oh, Sasha. From Sasha. My character would know her name. Yeah. I just mind farted. Yeah, from Sasha.
Go ahead and give me a deception.
Okay.
As you did the eye dance real quick. Sasha,
I don't suppose I could assist.
how are you gonna help?
You gotta say something.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to say.
Oh,
So,
all right. Well,
sorry.
then, there's that. So 16.
Who's the gift for?
Oh. It's just a prisoner of interest for Trollguff, possibly, but it's a gift of goodwill.
Throgoff knows this one is coming.
No, like I said, it was a surprise gift. It was just some gifts are better when you don't know you're going to get them. That's the thing about gifts.
And what makes this one so special? He gives you a look, and he squints his eyes.
He's one of the possible known associates of a prisoner that he already has.
What's his name?
Yerevan.
He looks at you and spits. And he launches a pretty good one at you. Let's see his aim. Alright, he hits you right in the face. Splat! And this hawked up spit loogie is now dripping down your cheek. You're grimacing. You can feel it drip all the way down. It passes by your lip, drips down your lip and down your chin. And you guys see the little ends, the drop off his chin onto the ground.
I smile.
Some of them deserve to be in the dungeons. Deserve to be dead.
Well, I figured Trogoff would want to have his fun with him first, you know.
Him and his friends killed Karl.
No kidding.
Infernal. I say, what is the holdup? So I don't understand common.
Right.
I don't know if they understand it at all, but I didn't want to say fake decoy will hurt. Fake decoy hurts.
Right.
In case they do.
Yeah.
What is this one doing with you?
No, he's working with us, and he's going to help bring the prisoner in on request of Sasha. I think really he's just a show of power so that Sasha can communicate to Trollguff the kind of people that she has under her sway. You know, it's one of those, you know, my demon is bigger than your demon kind of things. I don't really know. I was just told to bring him with us on the errand.
I don't know if Trollguff's going to want to watch a devil coming through his doors.
I mean, he's completely tame.
Unfortunately,
You're not
I
privy
just
to the
pretended that I
conversation.
didn't understand that, so
Yeah.
I don't know. What language are you speaking?
Undercommon?
Yeah, you don't
You
understand.
don't
I
understand it. You
legitimately don't.
literally don't understand what you're
Okay,
saying.
it's perfect.
I will kind of be like, you want me to forward anything to him?
You mean you can
Yeah.
translate to him the gist of what we're talking about if you want to.
Okay. I'll
Your
forward.
brain synapses are going.
Yep. That's what it does.
You're going to
though.
end up saying
That's the
something out
thing.
loud that you mean to say.
I hope.
I'll let you through. Might be best if he don't go into the castle.
I understand. I mean, when we get there, if that's the general consensus, then I will try to convince him that he should not follow Sasha's orders, which were to accompany us on the whole trip. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'll give it a shot.
You ever been here before? Bloodstone Castle?
No, is there anything I should know about it?
No? Just when you go through the doors, you're going to go through the next set of walls, and from there, get to the castle. But it's not a straight shot to the next set of doors.
Okay. If there's a magical compulsion, I don't know if she's used the magical compulsion to keep him under our sway or not. If there is one, will it break at any point when we go into the castle? That would be good for me to know.
What do you mean?
I mean, some rulers use anti-magic fields to keep themselves safe, and I just want to make sure that if what's keeping him in line is magical compulsion in nature, that it won't wear off at some point when we walk in.
I wouldn't want to take him to the dungeons.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of enchantments down there.
I appreciate that.
Definitely wouldn't take him to the throne room.
Right. Thank you.
We don't need any wild beasts running around.
That's very true. Especially not one like that.
He looks at you and he sniffs. He's like,
I make all the flames
get that shit out of my sight.
Yeah.
reduce brightness. All the flames go a little bit darker.
Yep, we're leaving now. Thank you for your help.
Walk past him, they open the doors, and you hear the gates cranking until they're just high enough for everyone to get through and duck down a little.
Mm-hmm.
Have to duck down pretty far.
That's cool. Mm-hmm.
And you get through the first gate. He gave you directions how to get to the next set of doors in this gate, and they're not one after the other. You have
It's
to
like one's over here,
walk around a while past some different jagged, rocky foundations that have been built up and into the castle, and the castle has been built around, basically.
Okay.
And you get towards the next gated entrance. It's up a winding path, and it's very intentionally made to be hard to assault. So you can only walk two abreast.
Right.
And once you get to that gate, There are another pair of dwarves, however this gate is wide open. And they stop you at the gate.
Okay. Same thing. Okay, we've got a prisoner that it's a present from Sasha to Trollguff, and we were told that we should bring him to the dungeon.
So they go through some of the same processes and questions that they've been told to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me another deception check.
Okay.
Is anyone going to help you?
I mean, I'm standing behind Garavon looking like I'm making sure he can't
You're menacing him.
chicken shit out and try to run away or anything. I don't know if that...
You want to hop in and say something?
Following your lead, I guess. If you want me to say something.
They'll just give me the help action.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Behind man. Yeah. 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 Yeah, boss, you get him. You sensed it.
Like that?
I mean,
It can be simple.
yeah. I don't do simple too well.
It can be complicated.
Yeah, anything
Too complicated can be bad.
It can be in the middle.
I got nothing, sorry.
Okay.
On your own.
Yep. Here we go.
Not being a good duplicate.
Fuck. 11. Not very good.
Do you have inspiration?
Oh, I do. I use my inspiration. That's better. 21.
That was my assist.
Thanks. So I got a 21.
Oh, sorry. The Duergar eyes you up and down. He looks mistrusting of
The
you
21. Sweet Jesus. Okay.
and you and you. How long you plan to be here?
Not long. I figure we go in, drop off the prisoner, and then we leave. So I don't think the transfer will take long. Yeah.
Give me a better estimate of time.
I don't even know how far it is to the dungeon. How long would it take me to walk there, generally?
Let's say if you're not back here in 10 minutes, I'm gonna come looking for you.
Okay. Can we stretch to 15? I don't know where I'm going. I might get lost or something. I hope not, but I literally have no idea where in there I'm going to be to get where I need to get to.
10 minutes is fair, then you can be out in 10 minutes.
We'll have Lester guide you around the castle.
Okay.
10 minutes.
All right.
Don't want any of your filth in here anyway.
Does that include me?
I slap you. I'm like,
And
shut
there's the
your
first
mouth.
shot.
Shut your mouth, slave.
Whack.
Slap! Sorry, it's a bit mouthy.
Knock a couple of those teeth out.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
We'll rough them up before we get down there.
In Infernal, I ask, are we to have these imps stop us at every pass? Not that you guys understand.
I don't know.
But again, in case he does.
Right. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, be calm, friend.
They step to the side and let you through. And you get up to the castle doors. It's a winding path upwards. There's some stepping stones of rocks that lead up to that path. There's no actual steps. They're just rocks that are placed into the ground. And when you get up to the door, there's no one actually guarding the door.
Okay. Lester's showing us where to go.
There's no Lester there right now.
Oh, Lester's not there?
No.
Okay. Are the doors open?
Nope. They're
I know
pretty
where the
large.
dungeons are because I escaped, right?
You didn't escape through the front door.
Sure. How did I get out?
Probably through a side entrance somewhere.
Okay.
It's not this way.
Is it
And
like on the other side of the castle or something?
yeah, and it was pretty heavily guarded as well.
I like fought my way free, or
Guiding hand, is that...
guiding hand tells you where to go.
So that would be this instance.
Once you were able to use your magics, you
Okay.
single-handedly spied your way through.
Okay. I'd probably just turn invisible and walked out, because I can turn invisible. So I know. So that means that I know about where magic fails, then.
You know the dungeons it fails.
Okay. So
You know about, yeah.
well, I mind link to you, or if we're mind linked,
You haven't been through the front.
right? I'm like, at some point, our magic will fail. You should tell these guys that at some point we're all going to become a bit visible for what we are.
Okay. Spread that around. He's not going to change because this is this guy's kid.
True. Okay, so I'm gonna wander in.
Right, so you just open the door.
Yeah, I figure, or I'm gonna pretend like we're lost, or we're looking for Lester. Because we only have 10 minutes, and we're trying to hurry. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed the process up. I'm gonna go in through the front door.
So you... These giant doors that are 20 feet tall crack open all the way. And it opens up into that great hall you had seen before with the finely crafted dwarven architecture into the main audience hall where you would where you would let people into a mansion.
Right.
There's one giant staircase going up to a second floor. You see an old, disheveled dwarf that was hobbling somewhere. Once the doors open, he turns over to you guys and starts hobbling your way.
Okay. I imagine that's Lester. We should go inside. I usher you guys in. We going.
What are you doing here?
Are you Lester?
I'm Lester.
Take us to the dungeons.
I was told that you would take us to the dungeon so we could drop off our prisoner.
I say it in Infernal.
I don't... No. He don't come.
Why not? I was told by Sasha that he's to accompany us so that we can show the sort of servants that we have, that it's like a political move or something. I don't know if I can convince him not to come with me, because that was his command from her, is to accompany me.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay. I'm lying, so deception?
Sure, deception.
Should I, I'll help by saying that he's under, was it Gaius? He's under Geese.
Sure.
So, yeah, so I'll give you advantage.
Alright. Natural 20?
That's good.
Damn.
So 28?
Torgoff doesn't like us going there. Well, in and out.
In and out. I got you. We'll be quick.
In and out's good with me.
He's got this scraggly white hair that goes down past his clean but simple clothing. He starts leading you guys through the halls. This is the Bloodstone Castle. It was built a couple of centuries ago with the blood of our enemies. He starts telling you again the same stories you've already heard coming through here. Well, that you have heard. And he hobbles along like an old man, but makes good time.
I have a question out of game. When our magic effects are suppressed, will I still be able to summon my sword? My packed weapon?
Possibly not.
Fuck. Okay. That's going to be really bad for me.
You're 3 casters going into anti-magic zone.
Yeah. Yay! Alright, cool. Well, then there's that.
It's a lot you probably didn't think about.
Well, we're in it now, so.
He leads you down this long hallway that takes a descending slope. So if you're going down a very slight ramp for 200 feet.
When I think that we're getting close to where the magic's going to fail, I'm going to jack this dude.
Yeah, and we're going to have the 1, 2, 3.
Right, so I'm letting you know, I'm like, this is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're going to die.
You see there's a bunch of different dwarven statues down this hallway. They're stone statues that are built life-size of a dwarf, and they all have different faces that have been carved into them, and different armors and symbols and
Is it dark?
Duergar. Yeah, it's pretty dark.
It is? Okay, so as an excuse to test when magic will fail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon some dancing lights to light our way. Because I can do it at will since I'm drow, and just have them a little bit ahead of us. So when they wink out, I'll know that it's coming.
Would I know if it would be something that would tip him off?
We're drow. It's drow magic.
Yeah, but I suppose it's something drow do.
Yeah, that's why we can do it.
You would think you don't need it. You're drow.
Yeah.
Why do drow have dancing lights? Since
That's their racial dancing lights. It's because it emits dim light instead of bright light.
Burning.
So dim light lets them see as if it's bright light.
Okay.
It's their version of light, because they don't need light. So, I mean, but is it dim light in here or no light?
It's dim.
Okay, then we won't need it. All right. I don't do it then.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to guesstimate when it looks dungeony, and I think we're going to wink out, and I'm going to fuck this dude up.
You guys continue moving through this hall, and you're passing by different areas. You think you pass by a kitchen where you see a few Duergar that aren't dressed in armor that are preparing a meal, and you continue going past that. It takes a bend to the right and finally levels out. The hall opens up where you have about double the width of this hall you were just going through for another 100 feet. You pass by many, many, many rooms. And at the end of this, it takes another left, and you keep going through these different corridors, almost like a maze. He gets to a room where he goes through the door, and it looks like a bedchamber of some sorts.
Is there anybody around the hallway?
In this hallway?
I do not enter that room.
There's no one there right now.
Okay, I ask him, I'm like, just in case I've heard that magic might not work in the dungeon, where will the geese on him wear off? Just so I know when he's no longer compelled. Maybe we should leave him on this side of that barrier.
I didn't want them there. Anyway,
Right.
don't. Maybe you just stay right here. You can stay in the room.
In this,
Keep him in the
this
room.
room? Okay. So we'll all pack into the room.
Alright.
I'll close the door
Alright.
to the hallway. So now it's just us and him in that room, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we're doing it now. I'm gonna, as I'm closing the door, I summon the blade and I stick the motherfucker.
And when he sticks him, I throw the bow to him.
Are you
Wait, so I
medical?
got left on the outside of the wall?
No,
Yeah, so
we're bringing,
the door-
he said leave him in the room.
Yeah, so,
So
we
we brought you
close
in the room.
door.
And then I closed the door to the hallway and it was like, warp slimph.
Okay. Before I can figure out what's going on.
Yep.
Because I'm like, wait, why are we in a goddamn room?
Alright,
Yeah.
roll to hit the poor old man.
And I will also...
Do I have advantage?
Yeah.
He's surprised?
Let's call this the surprise round.
All
I'll
right.
say my action was to throw him the bow and maybe bonus action to tell him that we're doing it now.
Okay.
Or we're hitting him now.
Okay, so yeah. Sorry, Broham. 17 plus 9 is 26.
Poor old man. You don't have to roll damage.
Okay. Yeah, I
You
do
can
11.
if you want.
No, I just put it through his heart from behind. I try to make it fast for him.
He started saying something about the room. This room was made over. You see blood spit out of his mouth and drip down his lips.
I try to make it as fast as I can.
Yeah, well, you still stabbed him. It's still dripping down his lips.
the heart.
He's making a death scene, okay?
Okay, all right.
Collapses to his knees. And falls down on his face. You hear his nose hit the ground and break. He was
Okay.
already dead.
Can you navigate the rest of the way?
Yeah, I'm him. And because of my feet, I can talk like him. Like, this room was blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. But my character can pull it off. He has advantage to do so. And to convince people with deception or performance that he's some other person.
Actor.
Actor.
Okay.
So,
You're now standing in a room.
yep, wait, make myself him. I go through the room to the other side.
There's no other side.
Oh, it's just that room?
Just a room.
Fuck. Look for a hidden way in to the dungeon from here.
Okay. Be
you sense
investigation.
What's that?
Can you sense him?
Since who?
Tell her.
Can I do that?
As a ranger.
Well,
Potentially.
you can
I
tell
know there's
where
like a spell
humanoids
for that.
Is it
are.
humanoids? Okay.
He can do it because he has a spell.
Which one is that guiding
Well, I
hand?
did roll an 18.
So the way the ranger ability works is you can sense where humanoids are, about how far they are, and about how many, but not
There you go. I
specific.
didn't realize
humanoids.
Right. There's actually a spell for finding like a specific
It's
person.
ritual that he knows.
Yep, guiding hand.
Yeah,
So
do your thing.
What does it do?
It manifests a little hand that points in the direction of the thing that we're looking for and guides us to it.
All right. Well, interesting.
That's pretty cool. It's a ritual, which is why I gave it to him because he's the Tome Walk.
oh, it is first level divination.
Mhm.
But duration is 8 hours. So does that mean that?
It's concentration.
Mhm.
Yep.
It is a tiny incorporeal hand of shimmering light in an unoccupied space that you can see. It does take 10 minutes to cast. Can you cast rituals?
Mhm.
Do you have the ritual spellcaster?
He's the Tome Walk, so that gives him the chance to cast rituals as rituals.
So you're in the room. It does take you 10 minutes to cast it. A small finger hand appears out of nowhere. It waves its hand in the air by itself and points down.
Well, that was good. Is there a hidden thing in this room?
It's not directly down here. It's kind of like at an angle.
Okay, so I will look for a secret entrance in this area.
All right. So you're going to roll some investigation as you're going around this room, trying to find another entrance besides the one you came in.
Get a little bit of guidance.
So D4 added.
Mm-hmm.
7 plus 6.
13.
13. Yep.
You're walking around the room, you're checking the bookcase over here, you're kind of moving through the books, you go to the fireplace at the other side of the room, and you're checking around there. You really haven't found anything. Give me an intelligence check.
That'd be without
I'm
guidance.
gonna say all of you.
Okay. 12.
14.
19.
17.
Wow.
Good job, group. That's a
Yay.
smart group. So even though nobody said it, as you got into the room and you're starting to check through these things, you know that, one, there's a dead corpse right here in the middle of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a bed somewhere?
While that 10 minutes was going to go by, I was going to first gently close his eyes and then slide him underneath the bed.
There you go.
That's what I was saying.
Maybe
I
didn't even need an
forgot, I forgot
intelligence
when
check.
he...
Prestidigitation to clean
Clean
the
the
blood
blood.
and put that in the same spot.
yeah.
Sweet.
I didn't want to interrupt the 10-minute ritual, and then I forgot afterwards. that I was gonna do that.
Well, it's okay. So you do hide the body. You're now looking around the room. It has been a while. You also know with that success that your 10
10
minutes
minutes is up,
is up
by definition.
by definition
Mhm.
if you cast the ritual.
Wait, what do you mean?
The 10 minutes the guards gave us, they're looking for us now.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Nice. I didn't think about that. Sweet.
That's why I let you roll. So you can retcon slightly if you want to not cast the ritual.
Let's not cast a ritual yet.
Okay.
We look around in the room.
So,
But in your first couple minutes of looking around the room and doing a thorough search, you haven't found any trigger for a different door, a different entrance. A wand of secrets would be super helpful here.
No shit.
yeah.
See, we don't have it anymore.
Yeah, I gave that away.
Well,
Granted, that was for the leg that Delaran died for. So
What's
I got his
keen
legs cut off.
senses?
Keen senses? I don't know.
I'm trying to find
Is
it.
a
means that you have.
ranger feature?
Nope, it's a race thing.
Yeah, I tried to look at it, but
Because you're. Oh, keen senses would have been if you're an elf, yeah.
No.
You're not an
Okay,
Yeah,
never
you
mind.
don't have it. I think you wrote it down just as a decoy
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that makes sense.
when you were faking being an elf.
The fell.
Why did he bring us into this room?
Because I think this has got to be the room on the way to the dungeons. Maybe there's a secret entrance somewhere hidden. We just can't find it. He didn't bring us into any other place that wasn't a place we needed to get to. He was kind of moving in a straight line, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Gonna walk you around a maze almost.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So I go to my patch, and I rip one off, and I throw it on the floor, and it is a window. Do I make a hole in the floor that passes
Whoa,
through?
that's awesome.
All right, unexpected.
That was great.
Could have used that one for Delaron's leg, huh?
That would
Coulda,
be one
shoulda,
way to
woulda.
take his leg off.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
We wouldn't be in this mess.
I'll do it kind of on the edge of the room.
All right, just putting it together in my mind.
You're like, wait, what the fuck's down there?
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, I do somewhat know.
The throne room.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, snap. Trollguff is looking up at us.
I don't know if it'll work to get us
Plan
that
B.
close. Goodbye, window.
It's amazing. You're not even gonna believe it. Throw the window down on the side of the room. It is right above a dungeon. Not just a dungeon, a cell. Not just a cell, Delaron's cell.
Oh,
What? That's great. And I have to go. So.
What?
Sorry.
Didn't you agree to...
Heidi just texted me and said I got asked to cover this afternoon's shift at Caribou.
Okay, well, that's
So,
an
That's
improv.
good.
So you
That's
get
good
extra-
cliffhanger. So
No.
you throw the window down on the ground. Delaron's staring back up at you, and his eyes go a little wide as you're looking down at him as a devil.
Yeah.
oh, what does he say? Does he say anything? Delaron?
How many limbs do you have?
no
Did they take
legs
any
and-
extras?
Oh, one eye. Right? I'm missing an eye. So I look up and I have a
Oh,
hole
man.
in my face. And I'm
Can
all
I
like,
run over to the window?
Oh yeah, he looks at you with one eye.
I want to see.
You
Wanna
look
see-
down and you see Delaron as well. Your head is completely shaved, and you're not quite the same as you used to look.
Does Delaron probably doesn't even recognize you? He's got one
I
eye.
roll with perception with disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't. Whoa, 15 and 19. That's a 15.
What do you say?
Well, it took you long enough.
And we're gonna end there.
Back into deck.